Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, the Master Random the podcast. Before I get over to the sponsors, I want to say if you're listening to this on the Apple Podcast app, go ahead and leave a rating and review. That's something that a small part that you can do to help the podcast get up the charts and be recognized on a worldwide scale. And when you do that, it's an extreme thank you from the podcast to you. And now to the sponsorships. This episode is brought to you by Mortuary. They are a small family-owned and operated mortuary that has been serving the local community for over 45 years, 47 years to be exact. They've been providing top-of-the-line funeral and cremation services during a time when it's absolutely needed the most because death is an inevitable part of life. Why not make it super awesome for you, for your loved one, for everybody around you? Addis Mortuary can provide that service. If you're looking for more information on services and plans, contact them at 477-1311 or visit the mortuary when you need to at South Route 4 in Sunanya. It's right past the gas stations as you're going towards southbound, towards Chatwood and Ordet. As you come to the bottom of the hill, the mortuary is right there on the left-hand side. They are big enough to serve, yet small enough to care. This episode is also brought to you by Stroll Guam. Go download the Stroll Guam app today, whether it be on the Apple, the iTunes store or the Google Play Store. You will be downloading the most convenient, affordable, and safest way to get around the island without having to take a taxi. Now you got your own personal driver through Stroll Guam. And as an added benefit of being a Master Random podcast listener, you get $10 off your first and your next and first ride if you enter the code RANDOM19, RANDOM19, and get $10 off your next ride. For more information on how to be a driver and information on their delivery services, visit strollguam.com today. And now, my next guests with multiple S's on the show are some of my closest friends and buddies, and my buddy's girlfriend. What a super fun and awesome episode. Haven't done an episode like this where I get my friends together and we talk about, you guessed it, Game of Thrones. The season premiere is on the horizon, and it's this season series finale. And basically, this series has brought unexpected turns and twists and deaths that that you never thought would happen, but they happen. So in this episode, we break down different theories. There's wagers that's made. Oh my goodness. What else did we touch on? We touched on so many things on Game of Thrones. If you haven't watched it, stop here, go watch it. You got like 2 days before the season premiere of season 8, and don't listen to this episode yet because we will spoil the shit out of everything. Number 2, if you're sensitive to jokes, Game of Thrones jokes, I suggest you stop right here because we get jokey. Is jokey a word? Jokey is probably a word. And yeah, everything Game of Thrones from the beginning straight to the end. I got Brandon Santos, Nate Baza, Tony Villena, Vinson Calvo, and Geri Ilao on the podcast, talking Game of Thrones, all the theories, all the madness, all the information on this episode. Super fun. We got a little wild. It gets a little crazy. We had to sort of calm down everybody a little bit and let everybody get their chance to put their two cents in to the last season and just to the series in general for one of the best, in my opinion, TV shows that I've ever watched in my life. Game of Thrones. With all my friends, I hope you're prepared for this because it's about to go down. Check it out now. And we're set and we're ready. Do we want to start with small talk, or do we want to fucking jump right into it? That's how I'm not fucking talk at the same time here.
I think since Nate and Vinny are bragging about their theory.
No, let's save the theory. Who has watched the refresh? Who will at least refresh themselves from season 1 to season 7?
I'll raise my hand here.
Yes.
I just watched the last episode.
Not I.
I just watched the last episode last night. I haven't watched.
It
took me 2 months.
It's crazy when you go back through everything and you start seeing how much foreshadowing that they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't even notice it in the dialogue. And I've come to really watch these episodes with subtitles now. I don't know, something about having the subtitles available for you and hearing what they're really saying, like Valar Dohalis.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Michelle can't watch. She can't watch the shows without subtitles, but it does like show a lot that you don't normally pick up, like all those spellings and all those languages and everything.
What did he say?
It's like Valar Morghulis, Valar Dohalis.
Yeah, that's a Valar Morghulis. Yeah, I had no idea what it even how to like spell it or even, and it's cool because now WikiLeaks not WikiLeaks. Well, where am I at?
He just got caught.
Wiki-Thrones.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just did. I think that's why he's in my brain.
WikiLeaks.
Yeah, he did. And Trump's denying he knew anything.
FBI's about to get us.
No, Wiki-Thrones. Now you can like when certain characters start coming up in the previous seasons. Now you can like really tell their backstory by going through Wiki-Thrones, and that's something that I found myself constantly doing throughout my episode refresher.
So do you think you're watching more Game of Thrones or reading more Wiki Thrones now?
It was more watching Game of Thrones than.
When did you start?
When did I start watching?
When did you start
season 1?
Pun intended.
Start, bro.
February. One of my friends just messaged me and he goes, "I wish I was there. I just binged all the episodes in 2 weeks."
Dang.
Yeah.
Is that one of
I
the
wanna
friends
work
that
where
was-
he's working.
Speaking of binging, you guys gotta watch that. What's his name? The one that does the carpool karaoke. What's his name?
James Corbin.
James Corbin makes this dude sit through. What is it? 67 hours?
Which one?
Is it 67? Right?
I don't know.
All
Shall we take this off?
episodes one shot.
Oh no.
He's 67 hours.
It was insane.
The
bro.
rewatch took me at like
dang.
2.5 months.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, you started in February. When did you start, Vin?
Man, it may have been February, man. Maybe January.
Dang.
It takes time, dude. You can't just watch that every day. If it's just like
Hours.
episode after episode after episode.
Yeah.
I'm
What
gonna
I
start
did
tomorrow
was
night.
I did key episodes. I didn't even rewatch the whole thing.
But how would you know what's key episode?
Oh, right here.
Maybe
Google.
battle.
There's a key
There.
episodes on I think it's
Yeah.
somewhere Reddit or something.
It said the
It's from
directors
Game of Thrones, yeah.
recommend these
Maddie,
episodes.
can you pull that up?
Check Reddit.
Directors recommend these episodes.
Yeah.
Reddit key
Before you
episodes,
watch.
Game of
No,
Thrones.
there's
Season
even
8.
this. Well, the one that I used was on Instagram.
Oh, let's
The
see it.
unofficial.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like
Dun,
4 or 5 episodes each. But hey, if you don't have much time, like I'm not gonna have much time because I haven't watched any episodes refreshed.
Hey,
Too long.
Monday.
You gotta do the 3-minute,
Monday.
2-minute catch you up.
TLDW.
It's Game of Thrones not official.
Oh, that's the Instagram.
Well, then I don't know. Is that
21 episodes to rewatch before season 8.
It's on Instagram.
how many hours is that then? Like
Check
21
Instagram,
hours.
dude. What is the
21 hours.
21 hours to watch all the key episodes.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is their own. I
That's
don't
12
know.
out. Not 12.
Yeah.
Roughly 10, 11. Yeah, 12-ish hours.
So
That's tomorrow and-
no, but the
Tomorrow and
source
Sunday.
of the key episodes is
11.5.
Brian Cogman, a writer. I don't even know who that is.
What the fuck does he matter?
He's a writer.
He's kind of important to the story.
That's an inside source.
Yeah, right.
Inside source right
I
there.
don't know.
They
Well,
call
so-
those first hand.
that's-
I didn't want to originally go through all the episodes at one time,
Yeah.
but I felt like I really had to because even a lot of stuff that I did watch, I didn't particularly remember
Yeah.
exactly what was being said. So it's
Yes, dude. If exactly that reason.
dialogue is
Because-
important in this, man.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
And also, it was 9 years ago, bro. What is it? 9
That's
years
right.
ago?
Oh, when it first
That-
started.
When
yeah,
it
yeah,
first
yeah.
started?
Yeah.
Like, how do you expect to remember
was
something from
2010.
9 years ago? And how old are we? 30, 31, 32?
We watched Bran go through.
Plead the fifth.
Like, dude.
I don't get it. I don't get why people are afraid to tell their age.
Huh.
Is it because
I like
mean, you
people
look-
guessing.
really?
Yes.
I think men are okay with it. Tony?
I'm
Tony?
38.
Tony.
It feels
For
nice
the
when she
record-
asks me for my ID.
For the record, I'm 35. Born in 84.
What's your
Check
birthday?
that.
What's your birthday?
my social security number is and my address.
No, but yeah, that's how long it's been, bro.
You can PayPal me at
Not exactly 30% of our existence, but around there.
31.
Well, 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
This is no problem. It's just mysterious.
It's just
People like
been about 10
mysterious.
years and it's finally coming to the end. And now
Dude,
it's
beautiful.
shorter episodes, 7 episodes this next season.
six, I think.
6 episodes.
6 hour and a half.
And they're all hour and a half.
hour and a half episodes.
Full
Those
length.
are
And
6
one of them-
movies.
And one of them. So, what was your favorite battle in the whole series?
Hey, Maddie.
Battle of the
drop-
Bastards.
Battle of the
Fuck, man.
Battle of the
Definitely.
Bastards.
It's in between Battle of the
and
Bastards.
Nate's a-
Yeah, and the other one with the dragon with Jamie Lannister.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Where the
those-
dragon came like
Yeah.
spraying.
But I kind of knew something was gonna happen, man.
But yeah, but
Oh, what
definitely the
episodes?
most epic battle was Battle of the Bastards.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Most like,
And so-
what the hell is going on?
No,
So that was like a 35-minute battle. So they have an episode this season that's like a 60-minute battle.
Yes,
Dude.
I am in for the violence.
It's gonna be like, dude, you're gonna be exhausted after 60
No,
minutes.
but,
But
so
here's
is that
the thing.
the Great
you
War?
didn't
The Great War.
thought that they couldn't do better than Battle of the Bastards, and then they
Dude.
do
Oh,
the
dude, so
then
I-
they do the raid on the
Dude.
supply line.
Yeah,
Dude.
but so watching all of these theories, right, leading up to season 8,
Yeah,
because I'm
for
just
real.
impatient like that. Dude, I found out that for for the battles, it's certain directors like directing the battles for the episodes and others for like storyline. It's not all the same director for all of
the whole
all
episode.
the
Oh, yeah.
episodes. Yeah, it's different guys. So like the guy that they're saying the guy that directed the Battle of the Bastards is the same guy that's gonna direct that whatever
Oh man, I just
it
wanna-
was-
Great
I,
War.
I want to throw this in is that I don't know if you guys caught this interview with Kit Harington, but I was watching the making of the Battle of the Bastards.
Oh yeah,
And Shoot, dude,
Like
they-
behind
no,
the scenes, right?
when Jon Snow is and he's waiting for that. Oh man,
Oh, and
Waiting
they were using that.
that was
one-
actual like 40 horses charging at him. That's
Oh,
not-
really? Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
CGI.
yeah.
There
That
was
was an
40
epic
horses
scene, though.
charging at him,
Yeah,
and he was
for
saying
real.
that shit. He was scared. Right?
Yeah, even though he, yeah,
this is
even
real.
though he knew it's like a choreographed scene,
Yeah.
it still felt like 40 horses are really running at him because 40 horses are really running at him.
Well, because one mistake,
yeah.
that thing will take him out,
Hey,
Yeah.
but why?
and he's
couldn't-
probably holding a fake sword.
That's a lot.
Why couldn't, why couldn't Rickon zigzag though?
I know, dog.
Oh yeah.
And why couldn't you look at the arrow?
I know. Hey, he was never a wide receiver in the NFL. He was never a receiver in the NFL.
Dog.
Or an outfitter in the GML, bro.
All you gotta
He
do
was
is
an outfitter in the GML, guaranteed, Charlie.
Fucking juke moves, huh?
Yeah, he would have caught that. He would've caught that,
Dog.
Charlie.
Dude, he would have been back on the squad.
Well, I mean, what? One more Stark? Is that gonna make a difference in this next fight or the next
Now without their
episodes?
wolf.
One more Stark?
Damn, I love
Really?
wolves.
You know?
Yeah,
That's the
very true.
question.
Yeah.
Well, just
One more.
stick-
Say the youngest Stark.
sticking with the
right,
battle.
youngest, right?
Yeah,
he was the
he's like
youngest.
the most insignificant too.
Yeah,
Well,
he didn't
we
really
would
have
never know.
He didn't have a real storyline either throughout.
Yeah,
maybe
no
like
character development
four
at all.
seasons.
But everybody felt so bad when he fucking.
Yeah,
right?
He's the
But
equivalent.
that's
to
what
Tom
it's
Brady.
weird.
That's an interesting take,
But
right?
how quickly did everyone forget
Yeah.
about him when the battle
But no
actually
one-
started? It's
yeah.
like,
But it was a
where's
great-
Rickon?
No, but he's like Thomas.
He's fucking
Yeah,
Same as
smashed into the earth.
They don't even talk about him after the battle.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
Jon
like
Snow's
Tom.
like,
The thing about it was the fucking extra fucking arrows that fucking shot into his body. Dude,
How many arrows should we shoot into him? One. No. More. Two. More.
no,
When should we do it?
I
End him.
I think by
Finish him.
but guys, but by that time, I think we're already kind of numb to the feeling of
killing.
death.
Yeah.
Oh
In
shit.
Game
In
of
this-
Thrones,
yeah.
that's very true.
I mean, you start.
No.
I mean, season one's.
Yes,
freaking
that's
episode
my
9
point.
with
Along the
Ned
way,
Stark,
ever since Eddard,
that was like climax.
yeah,
And then you
Nate
get to
gained a
like,
little bit.
it's
Shoot,
it's
man.
mild. Ever
and then the red wedding. That like did it. It's
Dude,
like,
the red wedding.
And anything can fucking happen.
that was the last time they killed good guys, though.
That's when
Really?
Or like to me, that's like when Eddard died and then Red Wedding happened. I felt
It's like, what is
dang,
they do now?
They're killing so much good guys.
You must be Team Stark then.
And then no, but dude, all the
not?
deaths haven't been
That's very true.
all the deaths haven't been so crazy since then.
But I think
Really?
I think the Red Wedding was weak.
They
though.
killed
Like-
Stannis' daughter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sure.
and Hodor.
I mean,
death.
And
But look,
Guess we're
Stannis
talking
and
about
Hodor compared to Eddard,
the
Robb.
three-eyed raven.
Wait. They killed Joffrey, guys.
And Mira's brother, right?
What, Joffrey? Joffrey?
That's what I mean.
No,
They killed
Joffrey's-
Joffrey.
He's an asshole.
They killed
Yeah, talk
Joffrey.
about
Oh, Baelor's
Mr.
set.
Purple.
Oh,
Mr.
man.
Purple.
Blowing up of Baelor's set.
Dude, yeah,
Fine.
they killed
That they
everybody.
killed.
Oh yeah.
Load of people.
Yeah, Nate. What are you talking about?
Queen Marjorie.
Oh, a lot of good guys died.
Death.
But see,
After
to me,
that,
those aren't
it's
good
like-
guys. The good guys.
Yeah.
Dude, to tell you the truth, at the Red Wedding, the only thing I was sad about is that freaking Grey Wind died.
Oh yeah.
Him and Rob, like, I
The
don't
wolf.
care about Catelyn.
Yeah.
I don't even think they casted Catelyn well. Like, I thought she was a sad character.
What was the
She was
theory
so
that
old
they were
for
gonna
that, like-
make her come?
But she wasn't
They
hot
were
like
gonna make her
Cersei,
come
right?
back as a
Like, make
dead
her hot,
person.
though, at
Oh, that's in the
least.
books.
Like,
That's in the books. Boom.
In the book,
Yeah. And
that
that's-
was
that?
in the book. She comes back as Lady
Stoneheart, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And she and it's very quick. And she gets revived
Yeah.
by the red priest that brings back Darian.
The
Beric
guy
Dondarrion,
that-
all
oh,
that.
Guy-
Sandra.
No.
The drunken priest.
Oh yeah,
The one
yeah.
that dies in the.
In the
Thoros.
Thoros.
Yeah.
Thoros.
Oh, he brings her back, and then she becomes part of that.
Oh, he died by the polar bear.
Yeah.
Yes.
The White Walking.
Did he?
Is that even
He
considered
did.
a White Walker?
So many people have died. It's just astonishing how many people have died in this
Should be a
series.
game of death.
No, but I was watching a theory too that so
I don't remember him.
Arya isn't Lady
Damn.
Stoneheart, but she does Lady Stoneheart things for the Starks.
Oh yeah.
As far as taking
Because they
down
can't
their
put everything
enemies,
from the
yeah.
books into the.
But
show.
she's way more better of a vigilante than her mom.
Yeah.
Like she's just more.
I
dope.
can't wait for her to be like unleashed.
She's actually my favorite character.
Yeah,
She's-
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Hey,
Her and Tyrion are my top two favorite characters.
So since she's your favorite character, were you hoping that Nymeria was gonna be like, shoot, let's roll?
Not really, because she's already. When you think about it, she's already wild, and she's been wild for how many years, right?
Wait.
How old is Arya supposed to be when she sees Nymeria and when she tells her to split because she bit Joffrey? It's been
Teens
many
still,
years, right?
But think about it this way. So it's almost.
yeah, season
You
one,
said
huh?
she's wild, but also Nymeria is now wild.
Yeah, they're both.
And
Yeah.
so both of them, that makes
Match.
sense to them
Yeah.
to just.
So do you think she recognized
That's
her?
what the story is
Yeah,
saying.
hell yeah,
I'm
I
sure.
think so.
The story is saying
It's almost
that
like
needed
Christian
to
the
happen.
Lion.
for sure.
Yeah.
Christian the Lion, yeah.
Well, it that episode where they relink again, and she's like, they have
Stares.
that moment of the staring
Yeah.
at each other, and Nymeria kind of like, and then it's understanding like, oh shit,
It's like I'm wild now.
Yeah, because
we
she
don't
could
have the
have.
same story.
She could have
Well,
actually eaten her.
You know what I wish though for Nymeria is what Nathaniel always used to bring up when we talked about it is how when she's asleep. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
when
she
Arya's
has wolf
asleep,
dreams. Yeah,
freaking,
yeah, yeah.
she is Nymeria.
Yeah.
She's hunting and she.
That happens
so,
in the book.
Yeah, so
I don't-
like they
not
know
in-
that
not
they
in the
know that
show?
the wolf pack
Yeah.
is there. Like,
Do-
but she's super. Like,
So
she
in the
don't know
books,
when
they're all
So they
wargs.
already have a connection with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the
She's-
Starks are wargs
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the book.
She's a
So
warg too of Nymeria.
They're all wargs.
Mm.
But
But the-
Bran is the baddest.
Yeah, but they just don't show that Arya's a
Raven.
Stark of Nymeria.
A Stark or a Warg?
Warg, sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's like
You think?
I wish they could do that more though. You know, I wish they featured the direwolves.
So in the
more.
books, what happens is you see. Remember when Arya, Gendry and the bread guy, and they're all running away from the Lannister army.
Hot pie.
Hot pie, yeah. So they're all running away from the Lannister army, and then there's one day where they all wake up and they're like, "Oh crap, we need to keep running," but Arya calms them down, like, "Nah, we don't," because she had a wolf dream, and her wolves just straight up
Smashed
took out the Lannister army.
Yeah, I remember us talking about this one night, and I was like, damn, that would be so epic in the freaking
I think
show,
they did
right?
that in the series. Didn't they do that? You guys
Which
rewatched
one?
it?
No.
Okay.
Or I think so. Right where there's like
Yeah,
they were
the
like,
Lannister army that was chasing Arya and them for escaping because they needed Arya.
Oh, and they were on the trail to Castle
and
Black,
and
right?
they were in like a lower level, right?
Yeah.
I remember around a fire, and then they just hear wolves around them.
So yeah, Nymeria takes out that Lannister like army chasing Arya,
Yeah.
and then Arya has the wolf dream of it happening, and then she knows that it's real, so she just tells them like we can stop running now. We can just make our way to Castle Black or whatever it is. I
Right.
forget where.
I really wish they just featured the wolves much more. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
Like, they're so epic. They're super
Especially
epic.
the lengths they go to establish. Okay, these guys have a connection with the wolves. Okay, that must mean something. Like,
yeah.
but then no, it just like dies out as the series goes on. It means nothing.
No, because remember that one other one where we were talking about, or you were telling me in the books, Jaime Lannister is known to not be, or he's not fearful of anything.
Yeah.
Until that scene of Grey Wind in his face, and he was like, for the first time, scared. Like, dude, like we need more of that shit.
Yeah,
like even, Summer saving Bran.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like all of that. Dude,
That was
like,
a good
that's
one.
so epic. Like I don't know why they don't feature them more. It's kind of.
I already get lost of what wolves are still alive.
It's only like
just
and Nymeria.
2, I think.
Well,
Ghost and
Bran's
Nymeria.
wolf died. Nymeria and
Nymeria and Ghost.
oh yeah, Ghost.
That's
Right.
it.
You're right.
Oh, but dude.
Well, there's only 3 Starks alive.
Oh, and
4.
Nymeria's kids, right?
Oh yeah.
Like fucking
She had like a whole
8 of them.
and their kids. Dang.
No, dude. So I was watching this one theory about Ghost. See how Ghost's eyes are red? They're talking about the Blood Raven sending Ghost to Jon Snow for a reason. What that's for, I don't know. But
Dang.
because the eyes are red, just like what are those things? Those trees?
No, the blue eyes, the red eyes, they go to great lengths for
Remember the trees in Winterfell
that.
have red eyes too.
The werewoods.
Yeah, the weirwood trees have red eyes. That has red eyes. The Blood Raven, right? All of that. So they're saying the Blood Raven sent Ghost to them. So the most important dog found in that episode where they got all the direwolves was Ghost.
Yeah.
But he was the most insignificant at the time, right? Because he's the runt.
He's
you
the
can
bastard.
barely hear Nate.
Yeah.
He's
So
the
it's like-
bastard too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not the bastard, the runt.
No, just John's the bastard.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
So
Jon.
like every regular
But
child.
he's supposed to be the most. Yeah, I mean, he even saying freaking Mormont,
Oh yeah.
Lord Commander.
Oh yeah. He's my favorite.
Mormont?
No. Ghost.
Oh, Ghost.
I love it.
He's like a fucking minor character.
He died 3
I know.
seasons.
He's like a minor character. Nate.
Hey, every Lord Commander Mormont's Nathaniel's favorite character. He's a fucking one-upper. Only one-uppers will want that.
favorite character.
Well, I like
Hey, it's
the
because
actress who played
He
Cersei
gave him
in the
Long
play.
Claw, guys. Let's not forget that. He gave him Long Claw.
Okay, so how important do you guys think Sam's gonna become this upcoming season? Because it seems like his role is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger.
I don't
Sam's
know.
the main character, guys.
Who?
Man, I don't know.
Sam.
I
Sam?
know, right?
Possibly.
Like that's super. Like,
He's gonna
like
be the like.
narrator.
He's gonna be the
I think he served his
aha
purpose already.
moment.
Because he's the only.
so?
Yeah. He's the only maester that matters.
But he's gonna trip and fall before he does
I
that.
think he came back and almost served his purpose.
Think so?
What did
He did serve his purpose.
Yeah.
For information, right?
True.
He came to the Citadel. He went to the Citadel. What are
Figured
all
it
these
out.
things about White
Yeah,
Walker?
yeah.
And then he discovered that thing. You know, he discovered it.
Dude, that grayscale show was epic, right?
Oh yeah. But hey,
But there's a lot of books being hidden from him too, right?
Yeah, true.
But he stole it.
yeah.
Right?
But,
Well, how did he know what to take?
What is it when Bran
Sam.
when Bran's already Bran is already the
Oh,
three-eyed
yeah,
raven.
that makes it better.
Sam the seer.
Right.
You guys remember the last
The
season?
dark.
Bran is already a three-eyed raven, and Bran's like, Jon Snow is not Jon Snow. He's Jon Sand because he's a bastard of my
Dorne.
The South.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dorne.
yeah.
Dorne.
and he's like, and then Sam, right? Sam's like, no, I read a book where the High Septon
annulled the
that
marriage.
No,
yeah,
it was-
annulled the marriage and
Wasn't it?
So that's
It was
something-
actually
Gilly.
Aegon
No,
Targaryen.
Gilly.
So is that something
found
that?
that
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Gilly
But
did.
yeah,
find
yeah,
out.
maybe
But is that something
what
that
does
Bran didn't know?
annulled mean?
Yeah, because then Bran was like, "Oh shit, let me look into this."
And then he looked into it.
It's like,
Yeah.
you're right. He's
Ah.
Hold
Aegon
on,
Targaryen. He is the rightful heir to the
Yeah,
Iron
yeah.
Throne.
But as you guys were mentioning in the book, Aegon Targaryen isn't Jon Snow.
That is correct. But then he gets killed off in the book.
Shit.
He's a young boy in the book, being hidden by some guy from Dorne, and they go and he presents himself to.
So Jon
Daenerys.
Snow in the book is a
And-
completely different person.
No, but Aegon Targaryen gets killed off in the book.
Mm.
If I'm
Is that a theory that's out there?
unless
Aegon is
No,
Jon?
Vinny's
I
saying that's the
remember.
book.
I remember the book. He
Vinny's
was,
saying that's the
he was
book.
Egg.
Oh,
Unless his name was Rhaegar Targaryen in the book. But
yeah.
no.
Rhaegar is the one that.
But no, he's
Rob
he,
hammered.
He is supposedly the boy during the Robert's Rebellion,
Mm-hmm.
who Gregor Clegane bashed his head up against the wall and murdered. He was a baby boy.
Oh,
But he wasn't. Varys took him. He snuck him
Oh.
away,
Save
Spider,
Oh.
spider,
took him
man.
down to Dorne, and they hid him out for all these years. And then he goes to, when he finds out that Daenerys is still alive, he gets taken by this guy Illyrio. I don't know.
so they're saying it's not
Illyrio.
Lyanna Stark's son.
No, but he gets killed off.
You know what's crazy is that other girl that they're saying, the Dorne girl, her name's almost like Lyanna. It's the one that Clegane kills, right?
Ilaria.
It's or is it Ellaria? No, it's
Yeah.
almost
Oh,
The
is it-
daughters?
the one that Clegane
Yeah, she
kills.
was
That's
Ellaria
Rhaegar's
Targaryen.
Three daughters?
Because she was married to Rhaegar.
Yeah, the Rhaegar's
Oh, yeah,
wife.
yeah,
Right? Ellaria, sorry, maybe it's not like Lana.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Trying to make up theories on the
and-
podcast.
Well, when I
bro.
read it in the book, I was like, "Is this the same person?"
Like I said, reading the books was so
Yeah.
long ago too. At least
Yeah.
No, but I think
more
what,
than
what-
5 years ago.
No, but what his name was mad about is that the Mountain never, right? He never like said, "Oh, I did it." Blah blah blah. Tywin said, "I did it." Like that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted out of that battle.
Right.
Like he had it. Like he's
I
super
know.
fucking.
Then he
Who,
got his
Oberyn?
head skull.
Yeah, Oberyn freaking.
He got his skull
smashed
crushed
the
in.
Viper. That was the Viper.
Before we start moving on, do we answer the importance of Sam? How important?
Oh
it is
no,
gonna
no. Good way to bring it back. Way to bring it back.
Oh,
Bring
to
it
tell
back.
you the truth,
I've
this is
heard
what I
he's the
think.
narrator.
Yeah, I've
so-
heard that.
Oh,
But
of
this
the
is-
Game of Thrones.
But this is
Yeah.
what I think. This is what I think. This is why I think Sam. He's not gonna die because he's the last of his house.
No.
So
Right.
he's gonna be the guy of his house. He's also he's the one that has their Valyrian steel sword.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I think Sam should be? The fucking dopest maester there is.
Yeah.
Because he already is.
Right.
All the maesters are scared to touch Grayscale.
wants
He
to get-
freaking did it.
Right.
What-
and,
what else
and,
is Sam?
and,
You know what I'm
and he saw White Walkers and he killed White
Yeah.
Walkers
Yeah.
and
he knew that they died from Dragonglass.
He's the
Right.
dopest
someone that
maester.
found that out.
Main
Right.
character
And
of
the
Game of
dopest
Thrones, guys.
maester there
and
is.
it almost it's
Bill,
almost
love
like it's almost on a play between experience and book smart, right? You got all these
Killed the
maesters.
White Walker.
Yeah, you got all these maesters who like spent their whole lives in the Citadel reading books
Yeah.
and fucking learning the history and talking about how this historian was too poetic and this historian didn't agree with him, but he still wrote his stories, and that's what they based off the information. And here comes fucking Sam, like, nah, I saw them. No,
honestly,
I killed them.
Can I just mention? I mean, I don't even know if we should say this because it's political-ish. It's kind of like the Citadel's like the Department of Interior choosing cockfighting and whatever for us. You know what I mean? Like you're freaking in Washington D.C. deciding whether that's right or wrong.
Right.
Right.
That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
like-
It's a good
like-
analogy.
And all of the right, like them, like Sam freaking was at the fist of the first man, saw fucking goddamn White Walkers, and you, oh no, Sam, you don't know what the fuck is. Dude, you're off. Like, dude, you want to
Right,
jump in the
because
screen and be
because
you?
when he was telling them about the White Walkers, remember they were all kind of in that around that table,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, blah 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 blah, and he's like, oh, dude, talk to you later, and he fucking
Yeah.
walked out. Right?
You know what Sam also does that's huge is he tells Jon Snow, he's like, he says Dragonstone is sitting on a freaking pile
yeah,
of dragon glass.
Right. Since the
Yeah.
He
Raven.
does so much important stuff
Yeah.
in the series, and he just
Yeah.
doesn't get his money.
And I like how Tivo
He's
keeps
gonna-
saying he's the main character because when you read the
And that
book,
makes sense too.
he starts off as the saddest character that John needs to like.
That's
Hold
John,
by
that's
his
John's
side,
party
Can I
land
say
now.
something?
Even
real
got
quick?
jumped.
Wasn't he in the first episode of the movie, the show? Was
Was he?
Sam in the
Sam?
first?
No,
Who goes out on the very first scene? It's not Sam's not in there.
No, that's-
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's some Rangers.
Some random Night's
No.
Watch. Okay, I thought he was the first one to head out. Then that would have just been like.
I think the first.
Remember, he got beheaded.
You're
The
right.
guy
You're right.
who-
Sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the first scene was supposed to just show the wall and the White Walkers, right? And then like
Yeah.
the threat that is imminent.
That's exactly how the book opens
It
up.
took 9 years to freaking find out.
With the White Walkers or with
It's-
the
yeah,
wall.
it starts
With the
And he
Rangers
killed a White
out,
Walker.
and they go.
yeah.
They come upon.
Oh,
a
and it's in that
wildling,
fucking
village.
design.
Yeah, and then the Rangers are like, "What the hell's going on?" They're camping out, trying to figure out
Yeah.
what's going on, and then
It was creepy.
What's the
as hell.
significance of that sort of shape that
Yeah,
the
right,
rocks are
right,
in
right.
around the
Yeah,
tree?
yeah, that swirl.
looks like
Right,
a
right.
galaxy to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, dude.
I know there's theories about it. I've seen some of it. I just don't even really.
Hey Matt, see if you can pull up some kind of a theory on the shape.
The craziest thing is
Stone
like,
rocks.
Stone rocks around Game of Thrones.
like how hardcore I'm into Game of Thrones. It took me like 7 tries to watch the first episode because like it comes out really slow.
Dude, I've been like that on Breaking Bad. I watched Breaking Bad 4 times and I only made it 15 minutes in. I'm like,
this
whoa,
sucks.
this is slow, man.
Yeah.
And everyone's telling me like, dude, this is the baddest series
I know,
ever.
Yeah.
Feel the same way about Game of Thrones.
But honestly though, like Game of Thrones after the first episode ended and I'm sure we all feel the same way. The thing about Game of Thrones that hooks you is like episode to episode.
The
and the way
titties.
they, the
It's
way
the titties, isn't it?
yeah, right?
Reeled
Like,
everyone in.
season 1, right?
Sorry, go ahead.
And the
No, but
cliffhangers.
No, but you know how like
No,
the episode where you're like,
I know.
You know what they say the trick is, right? To watching a series so you don't like binge is to stop watching in the middle of an episode, right?
But shit, you want to finish that man, if
Because
you're falling behind.
the end is meant to leave cliffhangers, right?
yeah.
So
I honestly, dude, like for all the people that don't watch Game of Thrones and ask me about it all the time, I freaking tell them I hate them.
dude.
Bro, because
during
like
this
you
whole-
are you're like, dude, honestly, you're the luckiest motherfuckers, bro.
During
'cause
this whole-
we gotta wait. How long did we wait? 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just about.
I'm like, dude.
But
I wish
honestly,
I wish I was you right now.
I
Like,
love the excitement.
To start for number 1.
During
I
this whole
love the
rewatch, though,
excitement, bro.
dude, how much times me and Dar rewatched an episode because hey man, when it's a couple trying to watch it together, me and my wife Dar were like, she falls asleep for one, I fall asleep for the other one. We gotta catch
what
up, and
happened
I'm
there?
watching half the
What
episode that she
happened?
just missed. And dude, yeah,
Oh, there.
Right.
That
Try
spiral.
scrolling up. This is from theranker.com.
Dang.
What these spirals
I wanna
mean
get
in the
around.
Game of
Who
Thrones. Go ahead and scroll up. According to the shows,
Oh, it's on her chest.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
go to the top. Go to the top. Yeah.
I'm
Are aliens involved?
the White
Oh,
Walker.
right there.
Have we seen them before?
Daniel.
So this is from the Ranker. The circular symbols appear in the very first episode when a member of the Night's Watch comes across a number of dead wildlings who have been chopped up and arranged in a now familiar circle with a line through the center pattern. In season 3, Jon Snow and Mance Rayder. Who's Mance Rayder?
Mance Rayder was a king.
The king
beyond,
beyond
the wall.
the north.
Okay, right. Discover dead horses arranged in the same spiral pattern. Raider even comments that the White Walkers are artists when it comes to this kind of thing. The symbol appears again in season 6 episode The Door, and this time we learn it has something to do with the Children of the Forest. You might remember seeing the Children of the Forest creating the White Walkers in one of Bran's visions.
Yeah.
During that vision, there's an overhead shot which shows stones in the spiral formation and a weird weirwood tree smack dab in the middle. Next time both the spirals and circle appear, they're in the cave with Danny and John. Right, season 7. Right.
Go down. Go down.
Go ahead and scroll down.
Are they involved?
Are aliens involved? Okay, that's kind of weird. The circle could have something to do with Sansa. Go down to the last topic there. Right here.
Could be the God's eyes. That's a good one.
Go ahead and there's a narrative. One Redditor with the username Children of Yakub suggested that the spirals could represent God's eye, and they posit that wherever the God's eye appears, that location has been seen by Bran, the three-eyed raven, and the Night King.
Oh.
It makes sense given the general ocular shape of the image. Can we see the image?
Because the spiral stones
Right there. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
Very.
There's gonna be so many things unveiled.
I know. I don't like
Christmas.
I don't like to. I never read up or even watch the fan theory. I mean the theory things.
Yeah.
It's because I'm like, no, I just want to watch.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil
But-
Christmas, man.
Yeah.
But-
Okay, go ahead.
But shoot, I mean, like, I've always wondered this thing about the gods. I mean, they're all linked.
Yeah.
And they always mention them, but the gods have not played a role in the real world. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arya's prayer is being answered, but in the book, once the dragons come back, like more magic starts coming back, more prayers start being answered, like the gods start making their way back into people's lives, like the dragons are the key, like because they were gone for so long, like prayers weren't being answered, all of this and all of that.
People
But now
start-
that they're back,
It's almost like Santa Claus.
and no magic,
in the Santa Claus was not becoming Santa Claus anymore because
yeah,
people start believing in Santa Claus, and as
that's
soon
where
as,
George got it.
you believe in Santa Claus, and he starts fucking becoming Santa Claus again.
Yeah, no,
That makes
so
sense. Yeah.
but yeah, ever since the dragon's been back, and ever since season 1, more magic and more like religious things happening.
Jerry, welcome to the mic.
Hey.
To the Game of Thrones.
Tony's like, why don't you join in? You've been watching more videos than me about this.
What kind of theory videos have you been watching?
No, I've been watching like some YouTube videos, like pretty much like, thank you. Pretty much like the YouTubers take on like, you know, the different houses, like, you know, how each house has a certain like personality and all that stuff. And I've also watched like some theory videos and all that stuff. So I mean,
Wait, each house has their own personality. Is this something
Yeah.
that you've been watching too?
Prism?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Prism.
here we go.
Well, they used to be called Screen Prism, but now they're called The Take. They did a name change,
Really?
and they're like so good. Like
Yeah.
they're very like legit.
All I look for is the blue border.
So what do you guys learn about the
Dude,
I
you
guess the
learn
personalities?
everything. I mean, the whole history of House Aaron, House Stark, everything, characters, anything.
Yeah, they did one. Well, the first one that they did was on the Starks and how like, you know, how you guys mentioned how like with the wolves, they're very connected. That like each of the Stark children are connected to their wolves, and the wolves' fate, you know, pretty much tells the fate of the Stark children. So they said that the death of Lady.
Stop talking. That's okay. Just
No,
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
Yeah,
so,
that
like-
makes me wonder about
Oh my
Sansa.
god.
No, yeah. So Sansa's direwolf Lady, you know,
Killed by Eddard, right?
killed by Eddard was to represent Sansa's you know, innocence being gone, you know, because after she's taken to King's Landing, you know, she faces all of this brutality,
All of that abuse.
you know, so the death of her direwolf represented the loss of her innocence. And then
so figuratively,
figuratively.
But also like the loss of her like
even Bran.
badassness. You know?
So remember when Sansa met Arya and she goes, "Oh, Bran's here," and she's like, "Not really Bran, you know."
Yeah.
Not really.
Right? And
Yeah, really.
and even Bran's like, I'm not myself. I remember things about myself, but I remember everything.
So much more, right?
No,
So
but
much more.
the
So
one
that could be
was,
the death of him too,
the one
right?
was,
I mean, if we're thinking figuratively about
Because didn't his wolf die?
his wolf
Yeah, his
died
wolf
in
died.
the cave.
saving them.
Oh, that
in the
represents
cave.
the regular Bran dying, and now he's no
Oh,
longer regular.
that's
Bran.
right. That's right. Because he did die. That's when he became.
He
a
was
three-eyed
training.
Raven.
He was training.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, yeah,
No,
and
because
his
remember when Mira left, Winterfell was like, "Brian, I gotta go to my family,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'm not Brian.
Okay,
I'm the
thank you."
thrk-eyed raven." You know what I mean? And then she's like, "That's it."
But yeah, versus
But like, you know,
After all we've been through,
Like-
my brother died, older died,
thank
your
you.
dog died,
I dragged you. Your uncle saved us.
I almost died.
My brother
It's fucking
died
cold.
for you.
You were hugging the blanket on the fucking car.
I had to drag you away.
It's like, what do you want me to say? I'm the three-eyed raven.
I don't say things. I see.
Oh
That's
my
killer though.
gosh,
Hey, he
that's
touched
awesome.
me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're gonna
also-
die next season.
No, but speaking of, right? Speaking of
Oh
Mirror
wow!
and all of that.
You blew my mind there, Jerry.
Yeah.
Whew.
No, like she just like freaking like through a lot of things too. Is her dad? Her dad, Howland, was the only one that really knows firsthand who Jon Snow is.
Yeah, that's right. I just watched that.
Remember that?
I just
The
watched that
Tower
one.
of Joy
I don't
battle.
remember Howland Reed.
Howland
Oh yeah,
Reed
he's the
is
one that
Ned's-
killed. He's the one that killed the
the
swordsman.
double-sworded
The
dude.
Right.
Oh, no way.
He
That's
stabbed him.
their
That's
Howland
dad?
Reed.
Yeah, that's their
That's
dad.
Howland Reed.
That's their dad.
The one when Eddard Stark's about to freaking be busted by the freaking sword of the
Where's
sword of
my
the morning.
sister?
Sword of the morning. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, Howland Reed is the only one that knows who Jon Snow
gets him
really
from the
is.
back.
But Howland Reed dies.
No, he's
No,
still
No,
alive.
he's still alive.
No,
So-
remember, so at the end of that Tower of Joy scene,
This is
he's the one that says, Ned, we gotta
Because
go.
I'm opening my brain to a lot of
He's like,
stuff.
Ned, we gotta go. So he was at the top of the Tower of Joy after Lyanna passes.
Dang.
And says, Ned, take that baby and let's roll. Bar. Let's bar.
Bye.
Dang, dang.
This baby, we gotta get out of here.
Dang,
Take the
dang,
baby
this is the
too.
gang. I
Me
forget.
to
Those are
Hana.
Targaryens
Me
right there.
to Hana.
Yeah, one video was saying that
That's a
he may have a part in the next season.
The next season.
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
well,
He's
they
the
haven't.
only one who knows.
Well, they never.
And to
You
howl.
think so?
Yeah, I'm
To
hoping
tell.
so.
Me too.
Howland.
Me too. I
They,
hope
but they
so.
never actually showed his character in the series.
Only in Bran's visions.
Oh, as a young man.
Yeah,
But not as an
Man
old
with
guy.
Ned.
Yeah, during Robert's Rebellion.
Could there be a chance that they may have showed him maybe during
Wait, the
the
Reeds were
gathering?
cousins with the Starks.
Well, remember they gathered the North a bunch of times, right? So you don't think he would have showed
I don't
up,
think they
or
did. I don't think they did.
Too old.
No, because they would have. They would have. He would have said something. Wouldn't you say something?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm House Reed.
John.
I know who John is.
Johnny.
he's in the
Milo
back.
Moggy,
He's
boy.
the old guy in the background, in the
Take him to
back
see.
seat.
Boy, that's your auntie, boy. Yeah.
I was staring at boy if your dad.
Your dad didn't want to say anything because he's a real good man. You know these good men.
Yeah, your dad riding my truck.
He
Wait,
didn't tell me. I killed the sword of the morning. He didn't tell me. Yeah, man, I saved his life.
sweat to your dad. Sweat to was there.
Too honest.
He's a little too honest.
That'll be so dope how to reach tomorrow. That would just be epic for us.
Definitely.
Only us though. Like, only
Yeah.
us.
Wait, the Reeds. I'm trying to think.
I'm in at
Sorry.
every party.
Did you just say Game
Jojen
of Thrones
Reed.
Tomorrow style?
Those are Stark's cousins.
No.
Man, but wasn't
How to raise a Chamorro.
Yeah, they're the
But wasn't Jojen
bro,
epic
they're
too?
north,
Right? Like,
close to the wall.
Jojen?
Yeah, because he was a warg too.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was
That's
epic.
right. When he's like, I've been looking for you, right? Because they met them in that field.
Yeah.
Oh, him
Yeah.
and his sister.
Right, right.
No, but remember
See,
what he
those are
said?
the
I could,
Reeds.
I could
Mira.
tell I rewatched it and you didn't rewatch it because it feels like really fresh in my
No,
mind
because
right
when
now.
they said that when they heard
forgot.
Ned died, that right? That's when they
Man.
sent the kids to find them.
I totally forgot about. I totally forgot about Howland Reed, their father, though.
What does the book say about Howland Reed?
I don't even know.
Honestly,
I
I
just
remember.
know the name Howland Reed. Like,
Yeah.
I know that name.
Like it
Howland
was, yeah,
Reed,
yeah.
but I only know Jojen and Myra.
Mira.
Mira Reed. Yeah. So I just know the name Howland Reed, and that's their father. I don't know where he's at.
So both of you guys think that he's gonna play a big role in the next season?
I mean,
I, don't know.
somewhat.
I say I hope so.
He knows.
I mean,
Because he-
somewhat,
yeah.
because, you know, Bran and Sam already have that information. So
Right.
most likely they're going to get that info.
It's coming out.
Yeah,
It's
no,
coming
no.
out.
It's going to come out anyway.
Howland's gonna come drop.
He's the primary source.
He's
Right?
gonna be like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
I just came to drop some
Actual-
wheat randomly.
Yeah.
Wait, John's on the
There's-
way to go see Bran and Sam, right? They're
Yeah.
in Winterfell waiting for
Last
Jon to come back.
episode is
Yeah, yeah.
like Bran's like John has to know.
Right.
Yeah.
He is
He has
Aegon
to know.
Targaryen.
Yeah.
And Howland Reed
Where are
is
they-
the
but
then
primary
also-
source.
that
Where are they
also-
writing? Where are they writing from though?
I think after John. So
Oh,
after
that's one thing.
John gets
When he's banging his
Bourbon and
auntie.
shit, Yeah, and then I think she takes it back to Dragonstone.
Dragonstone.
Okay. So they're gonna sell back. They're gonna sell up to.
You know, she could have rode her dragon easily,
You know, one thing.
but he decided to ride John's dragon.
Guys,
White Harbor. Yeah.
guys, one thing I'm upset about. One thing I'm upset about is how they, to make the story make sense, they had to like make someone move so fast. Like they went through the whole from south to north, like super fast.
Yeah.
Like beyond the wall all of a sudden. And last time we saw them, they were like down south.
And you know, yeah.
Like I'm like, what
do you mean?
all the
What the
haters,
hell?
all the haters are like, all the haters on the series are like, or the realists, they're like, they can't travel that fast. Years
That's
and
me,
months.
bro. That's me, bro.
A horse gallops approximately 15 miles an hour
Keep an open mind.
for about 30 minutes.
Probably only have an hour.
I just
In this world, they have dragons and White Walkers
Yeah.
and time travel.
why do you want to be real now, right?
All
They
of a
have
sudden,
giants.
all of a sudden, we're worried about time frame.
They have big
Hey,
walls.
Genji ran a marathon in the Arctic. Tell it was under 2 hours.
He's not walking anymore. He's jogging.
Mountain tunnel.
Yeah, bro.
Genji, got it.
Yeah.
Covered.
I don't know.
I didn't see any snow boots on those fucking feet.
Scott's and Camel.
Well, they tried to make it, trying to keep it believable. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, come on. There's only so much.
We're
you
in the
can
fucking real world, bro.
Keep
You
it
know?
believable,
Hey.
dog.
do.
Damn.
This is not right, man.
That's
Why you guys
all
think
I'm
this
saying
cool?
about it.
Believe in Jesus, Jello? I do.
You got me. You got me.
He walked.
Are you Christian?
Don't let my mom listen to this, mom.
Water, bro.
I believe in Jesus, mom.
Mom, this is not neat.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. Vinny. Yeah. I'm with
I go to
Vinny.
church every Sunday.
Mom, I believe in Jesus, mom. If you're listening.
Arlen, if you're listening.
20,
Nathaniel.
23
He said-
Sundays a year.
Okay, so what else? What else do they say about the families, the different families? Mainly, I'm curious about the Lannisters because they seem to
Yeah.
be an ever evolving like
They
family,
seem to be a
right?
dwindling.
They're
family.
power
pay
hungry.
their
They're very power hungry. That's what it pretty much said.
I
that,
think-
they're very
And
wealthy.
Jamie's like a snake, man. That guy's a
think
snake.
so?
You can't really tell.
He's a survivor, dog.
Well, you just can't really tell
Ask
what
Beyonce.
he's up to.
No, they also did a character study on Jamie Lannister.
I
and
didn't watch that one.
Oh, you didn't?
No, not yet.
Dude, so it pretty
He's
much
gonna
just
go tonight and watch it.
no, yeah.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
He's a typical Lannister, all cocky, rich, spoiled, like loves themselves, like,
And his sister.
his sister.
I think he has a good heart.
But, after he gets his
I saw you looking at her heart. That's Sir Davos.
Right.
but after he gets his fighting hand, cut off,
It humbles.
it humbles him.
I see,
So
I see.
he's starting to like see, what's right and what's wrong and all
Pride.
that stuff. And
Pride is
at
not
the
good.
at the final season of season 7, he's like, I promised I would go to the wall, go north and fight with them, and I'm gonna honor that, you know.
He wants to be honorable now.
Yeah, he wants to be honorable now. So
But the
That's
whole honor,
sick.
the whole honor thing starts ever since he was encamped at he kills his cousin and he kills a bunch of people. To
and
get
his
out of
hand
that
gets
place. Yeah,
chopped off.
Yeah, but like the whole honor
and
thing starts.
Rob.
With, you start. No, he's
he's-
imprisoned by Rob,
Yeah, Rob.
but then he gets his whole thing with Brienne. I
Yeah.
think that's his. like,
Oh, that.
yeah,
that
right?
Okay,
yeah.
who's gonna get with
Dude.
Brienne then?
How's Brienne
when he
though?
confessed-
How's
Huh?
fucking
Him.
Brienne? She smashes. She doesn't only smash Jamie, who's known to be the most killer swordsman, right?
yeah.
And the Hound.
So,
Oh.
hey, I got the
But who's
inside.
gonna get Brienne?
Hey,
Is it
hey,
gonna be
dude.
Tormund?
Well, wait, hold
or
on,
is
hold
it
on,
gonna
hold
be-
on.
I gotta put a- I
How
gotta
about
put a-
what Arya
book
does
stuff.
to
Okay,
her?
okay,
to
we'll talk
start?
one at a
Bring up
time.
the
One
book.
at a time. One at a
I
time.
got an X about Brienne. Not an X, but a badass fact. So the badass fact
What?
is.
Brienne's your ex?
So
Yeah,
Does Michelle know about this, bro?
so the badass fact is.
Nathan's Giant's Bane.
So one of the facts is Brienne is a descendant of Sir Duncan, Duncan the Tall.
Duncan the Tall.
And Duncan was like Kingsguard to, I think, one of the Targaryens. Or I think the Mad
Wait.
King.
Has anyone
Love it.
read the Hedge Knight series?
No.
And it talks about Duncan a lot.
The star of the Hedge Knight series is Sir
But
Duncan the Tall.
Duncan's a Targaryen?
Aegon Targaryen.
And so it's like Aegon Targaryen's baddest security guard.
Yeah.
And she is a
Is that-
direct descendant of Aegon Targaryen's baddest.
Is that
He's a
why she's
Kingsguard.
like
And that's why she's big.
she's like aiming
Yeah.
to become
Yeah.
the fucking Kingsguard or the Queensguard?
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know that, Nate. Wow.
Yeah. Inside scoop, baby.
So yeah, hey guys,
She's another one that
no-
lives, in my opinion.
You know, for all of us that are like searching for that, oh, Game of Thrones is over. I never know, man, it's so good. If you haven't read the Hedge Knight series,
Dang.
fucking awesome.
Gotta watch it.
It's only
Dang.
it's three
Gotta-
short graphic novels,
You gotta audiobook it.
and it takes 100 years before
1.5
this
speed.
period in Game of Thrones. So it's about Sir
So-
Duncan the
so-
Tall.
Well, you know they're
Yeah.
gonna
Watch
do
it
they're gonna do
before it
prequels, right?
ends, or watch
Oh,
it
yeah.
after,
Oh, you can
or
watch
whatever?
it.
The
Like,
books
do it
are
now.
already written, dog.
You can do it now.
He wrote about Aegon's like reign already.
Just
Michelle
Google
got me
Hedge
the
Knight.
book. I haven't read it.
Fire and Blood, right?
Yeah.
Hey, but like, so like in college, can I borrow your book?
Oh.
I don't want to pay for that.
I only got the digital.
I only got a PDF, man.
You have the PDF?
I only got
Got a
the
PDF.
digital copy, bro. I got it on Kindle. My Kindle. I do
Where?
that these days. My Kindle.
Park, can I borrow your Kindle?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can borrow my Kindle account. Sorry, my 7-year-old son's on my Kindle.
I don't watch that stuff, man. I don't watch that stuff.
Much more important than me, man.
No, I don't Kindle.
So, no, you can't have iPad, but you can try my Kindle.
So Sir Jamie ends up with Brienne
Brienne.
Dude,
and not Tormund, because Tormund has a huge crush on her.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's what I think, though. I think, well, I don't know if it's too early to say in the podcast, but I think Sansa survives all the way through, and Brienne ends up being her Queen's Guard, the first Queen's Guard.
Oh.
Sansa gets onto the throne.
No, just
Somebody.
She becomes Queen of the
Warden
North.
of the North.
Oh, okay,
or
okay.
whatever.
Warden of the North.
Queen of the North.
Queen of the North.
Well,
There you
because technically John bent the knee, right?
John's
Yeah.
gonna die.
Not only did he bend the knee,
I don't want him to die.
He showed his Valyrian
Hey,
skill.
hey, you know what?
he made the knee straight.
At least Sansa.
Oh my god.
I don't know if everyone caught this, but Sansa sent Brienne away 3 times.
Oh yeah,
Three times. She was like, I don't need you.
No, the candle, right?
The candle was the last one.
Light the candle and I'll come and save you. Right?
Yeah. But the first time Sansa sent her away was so Brienne and Podrick Payne they come into a little inn, and this is right after
Oh, and she's with
Peter
Baelish, right?
yeah, takes her away. They're
Goddamn hate
she's taking
fucking
him.
little finger.
He's taking her to the Boltons, and she doesn't know this.
It's not worse. That's the
Yeah, so she finds her in the inn, and she's like, "No, I don't need you." And then the next one is when? No, the next one is Arya. I'm sorry. She finds Arya, and then Arya
Yeah, with the
is like,
hound.
"I don't want
With
your
the
help."
hound.
With the hound.
The hound.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
right.
that one.
And Arya's like,
The third one is the
Nah, I'm
candle, right? The
When they
third
were in
one is
Winterfell.
when-
No,
yeah,
this
when
is-
they're in
no,
Winterfell.
but this was
when
her-
she's already in
no, this
Winterfell,
was
yeah.
her desperation though, because when she found out about the candle, the first thing she did was send up Tyrion. I mean, what the fuck is his name? Theon.
Theon, yeah.
He's like, no, it's Reek. No. And he went and told Ramsay,
Yeah.
and then he flayed the
Yeah.
woman, right?
So anyway, back to the Battle of Bastards. I think what made the Battle of Bastards so epic and so gratifying for everybody is Ramsay dying. I think so. I mean, like, what else? I mean, like,
Yes.
somebody's gonna come save them. Obviously, Knights of the Vale, right? For sure. But I think at the end where he finally dies, kind of like Joffrey dying. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
So
that
satisfying.
guy that's like, yeah, right. For all of the followers, is like,
I know.
But
And the last one's
did you
gonna be
guys
Cersei.
did you guys really notice how Sansa used her saving John at the Battle of the Bastards to Arya.
Yeah,
When she's like, I saved Winterfell. I saved Jon. Jon lost. Like I'm rightful forever. Whatever's here. And you kind of stand there, you're like, oh yeah, she's not really that wrong, right?
Yeah, she's not, because she's grown a lot like as the series progressed, and she's you know, she was thought to be like, you know, the dumb-witted like sister who didn't know anything.
Well, like I'm
a
slow learner.
But yeah, I'm a slow learner, but I learn, you know, and she's learned from like the main like villains,
rape and abuse,
you know,
bro.
So
The
she's
two
trying to
main
be
villains.
smart,
Holy
you know.
cow.
She's trying to be smart and not be like her, you know, her father who, you know, who was honorable, but that ended up getting him killed,
Right.
you know. And
that's why I think Sansa, she has to live. Like she has to be.
I
She
feel
has
like
to
she
be.
has to.
She's Winterfell for sure. Like after all of that, especially what was said, right? Like she saved Jon. Right? Like.
So she lives. That
Oh.
means Arya dies.
You know what?
I
No, but then it's
Wanna go
also
on
keeps
death theory?
Brienne alive too. But Arya should die.
yeah,
I think so.
she's
She'll
like married
die.
to
She'll
death.
die killing Cersei.
For
You know
sure.
what?
Like
She is a
slamming hard.
she
know what I'm
has
saying?
grown accustomed to the death god.
That's
Right.
I don't
her.
like that.
yeah, like she's
live by
yeah,
the sword,
for
and
sure.
die by the
She-
But you know what?
she'll
thing's gonna be
complete her
epic for all of
litany
us
and be
is that
satisfied.
Nymeria and her
But she
wolf
can-
pack is gonna have a
Oh, yeah.
cameo.
She's
I
gonna
was
do
gonna
something
say that.
amazing
What?
before
because
she dies.
because
yeah.
Nymeria and
Wait.
Ghost are the only ones alive. They're,
They're
gonna
gonna
have a
come in.
big
Yeah.
impact in
Yeah.
these 6 episodes.
Yeah, they're gonna Knights of the Vale style that freaking battle, bro. Like for sure. Like right? Like what else? What else could you do and make that wolf pack have a bigger impact than
Yeah.
in the Great War to save? Like, how do we know that fucking Arya running in the freaking trailer, right?
Yeah,
from
yeah.
whatever she's running from.
It's obviously on
Nymeria
fire.
slams them,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Like that wolf pack slams them, like
Yeah,
save
bro.
fucking right.
I just can't wait for the
In the-
battle.
in the
It'll be epic.
trailer-
It'll be epic.
Winterfell's
Yeah.
all fucked up. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's
Which
no
one?
way.
Which
there's
trailer,
no
though?
way the battle ends there. Don't you think? Like,
Snow White?
Yeah, they'll probably flee
No, it's
from
no.
Winterfell.
What I'm
Yeah,
thinking-
that's what
Yeah.
all the arrows are pointing.
They
to.
gotta
Yeah.
go south.
I'm really
To
thinking
survive, you gotta go
exactly
south.
that.
Right.
Like they flee Winterfell. Like they took a massive hit. They smashed a lot of dead people with their dragon glass
Yep.
and fire. So the dead army's a little smaller.
Jon
right now,
loses his
right now
sword,
they're
Longclaw.
right now they're manufacturing dragon glass, right?
Yeah.
They're manufacturing.
But they're trying to
Mining.
gather it.
Yeah.
Mining,
gather it.
right? Mining.
Mining.
What I think-
Yeah, they have the fucking press pressing out.
They got their.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing, though. Like, let's not forget, though. Here's the thing: is that dragon glass doesn't kill all of them. Dragon glass only kills the White Walkers.
No, it
Doesn't
kills the
kill-
whites.
No, it doesn't.
I don't.
Dude, they
remember.
walk through fire and they don't get killed by dragon glass. Only Valyrian still.
I don't-
So that goes to show.
Well, they
that
don't
only-
shatter, right? They don't go into a million.
They
No,
don't
dragon
freaking-
glass.
They don't
Or no,
Thanos.
wait.
No, I think it does.
It
dude.
does.
Does
It says in the video.
Yeah. No, I think it
Valyrian
does. dude.
stealing dragon glass
And
No, but I
dragon
know-
fire
Oh, wait,
are the
I'm sorry.
only
and
way.
fire.
So it only
Dragon
the, no
fire.
dude,
Dragon
No,
fire.
regular fire, because when they're beyond the north, their
No,
trail
but look
is
at when they
marked.
walk through.
But that's
by,
just
like,
the whites,
fire.
right? Though, right?
Yeah.
Not the white.
I know the
Walkers.
Night King
Yeah.
for sure. No.
No.
Nate,
'cause
just
they can
back
walk
up from the mic.
But then
just
the
a little
whites,
bit.
right? Because there's the Night King, the
okay.
whites, and the White Walkers. I know the White
Got
Walkers
you.
get smashed by.
I think you're talking
glass.
close because your microphone's down.
I'm loud.
So
Or
does
is that your
does the
microphone?
white?
That's your microphone.
Right? So
I'm like,
No, that's
I
your
don't know.
headphones.
the way I look at
headphones?
the way I look at it is
I just turned
mafia
up your
style.
headphones.
The way I look at it is
Or no, I
mafia
didn't.
style.
Oh.
So the Night King's the Don, right?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Then-
I just turned up.
Then the whites,
Jerry, sorry, Jerry.
are
I
the
know you were all the way
capos.
down.
Yeah.
right?
You're good.
So they don't get killed by dragon glass.
No, they all.
Oh, they do.
It's dragon glass,
No.
Valyrian steel.
I don't know if they
And-
get killed.
and dragon
I don't.
fire.
Well, they definitely don't die the same way the whites do because Jorah was using dragon glass on that little rock when they were being surrounded, and they weren't like fucking exploding into the air.
Yeah.
He was definitely like
Only
stabbing
Valyrian
them,
still, right?
right?
Remember Hardhome. Remember Hardhome?
Yep.
The only thing that got that no, remember the fire was burning,
Yeah.
That White Walker.
Wait,
walked
remind
right
me
through it.
what Hard Home is. I'm.
That's season 6, episode whatever.
No. But what happened at
Okay.
Hard Home?
At
Oh,
Har-
so Jon Snow is going to try and save them. Like, hey guys, blah blah blah. The
Save who?
fucking the
Shit, the
wildlings.
Wildlings.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like,
Okay,
come
okay,
on,
right.
guys.
Oh, Hard Home. Yeah.
Right.
Dude, it was an epic battle.
Right.
Is it
I
at the
remember.
wall? Yeah.
No.
Beyond the Wall.
Beyond the Wall.
What's
this
the one
This is the
It's
one
the
where.
last stronghold of the wildlings.
Right.
The very last one. Like remember they didn't want to believe him.
Yeah, when they were trying to go into the
Need to
ship.
rewatch
Believe
that
him.
shit.
Hard
Yeah.
Home.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And yes, it's when they all ditched the ship or they're leaving off. The
Yeah,
last
yeah,
scene
yeah.
is where they're
And then he
splitting
fucking
from
raises them up, and
Right,
then
Yeah.
they see.
Oh yeah,
this
yeah.
is
yeah.
why
Fuck,
they
there's
the
fucking
Undertaker
doesn't
thing.
leave any
And
corpses.
the wooden wall.
That's
yeah,
what
it's like breaks
Hey,
the wood.
I think that's where you find out that people can die from White Walkers and then become White
Their
Walkers.
army.
I think that's the part where
They're
that
multiplying their army
So,
wherever they go.
Like
Yeah,
that's why where I'm at as far as how strong Dragon Glass is. I don't think Dragon Glass kills all of them. I think Valerian's like I think
Yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
Glass kills White Walkers, the
Yeah, yeah.
zombies, right? The pawns. I don't think it kills White Walkers, which is the capos. Sorry, my analogy is mafia.
They're
Right? I'm sorry. That's the only way I could
Wait.
put it into my own mind, right? Because they're
Love
the
it.
capos,
they're the captains.
right?
What are
They're the big dogs, and then the
white
Don
guys.
is the Night King,
What did
right?
Jon Snow?
And the only thing that like even the White Walker at Hard Home when like he smashed through whatever, killed the freaking dopest freaking wildling guy.
Yeah.
But when his ice sword slammed freaking Jon Snow's long claw, bang.
Didn't matter.
Whoa, right? And then
Right,
Jon Snow
shattered.
killed him.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I think like Dragon Glass doesn't matter to
Yeah. As much
the
as
big
Valerian
dogs.
still.
Yeah. Valerian Steel is where it's at. Like
Yeah.
even Dragon
There's only
Fire's
there's
not
only
good.
so few of Valerian steel
Yeah.
swords in West.
Wait,
That's
Wait
why
a
they're
minute.
so
No,
There's
important.
like 7
That's
or
why they're
something.
so
What if
important.
you need all of it in one to
What
kill
if
that
you
dude?
need
You need Valerian
all
Steel
7 swords?
with dragon glass built on fire like the what's his name
Azor Ahai.
yeah.
See, if we're
It has to be
all
dragon
if
fire.
we're all true followers and big time,
You gotta Merlin the
Listeners.
shit out of the sword in the game on the
About it,
throne.
Jerry knows
Handles
this.
could be dragon. It
Is
could be.
the Nisa prophecy?
So,
What's the
Valerian
Nisa
Steel.
prophecy?
What?
Oh,
you guys
that's
don't know
No,
this?
I don't
That's the
know.
heart, the flaming heart.
Please.
wanna do
Azor
it?
Ahai.
You want to do it or
Yeah.
me?
You do it.
Okay,
I don't know
anyway.
that much info,
gonna
but
know.
they did prophesize that like a savior, like some
Anyway, so
savior.
back, so
you
back,
take
back,
it.
back when,
Oh, yeah.
whenever
Stand.
Azor Ahai, right? Azor Ahai, whatever, brought Lightbringer, stabbed his wife's heart. But here's the thing that's crazy about
And
it.
stop the first
and
White Walker,
anyone
right?
can jump in whenever, because it's just a fun topic.
But
Right?
let's try and talk one at a time.
Okay.
So we're not
Sure.
the listeners. So the
But
listeners
anyway,
aren't
so
getting
the
crazy.
whole Azor Ahai thing, right? So back in the whole whatever, and the first time they took down the first Night King back way when, Azor Ahai had to stab his wife's heart to bring Lightbringer. All right? So this is like super deep. It's crazy. And I love it. Anyway.
Wait, who's Azor Ahai?
He's I don't even, how do you explain
The
that?
fire
man?
god.
Wiki thrones us. Wiki
Yeah, Azor
thrones
Ahai,
us.
Azor Ahai is the Stannis is like God or something,
Yeah.
isn't he? Right?
He's like the original prince that's promised when,
Yeah,
way back
Azor
when. I
Ahai.
mean,
He's
I
like
don't
Muhammad.
know
He's
all
like
the
Muhammad.
Like Muhammad,
of
yeah.
The fire
Yeah.
of the fire.
of the
The fire religion.
But
Yeah.
in order for him to bring Lightbringer, right, the original flaming sword,
Okay.
he had to stab his wife in the heart. But his wife is a red woman, like Melisandre,
yes.
right? So the theory going on
got-
right now is that John, right,
She
with
got saggy
Daenerys-
body too, like Melisandre.
Hey, come on, man.
Hey,
could
no,
be-
Hey,
alright,
back to
not-
the
not
topic.
with the
Going
necklace,
backwards.
though.
We're
Not
going
with
off
the
topic.
necklace.
Hey, Melisandre is 1,000 years old. Bro.
I know.
It could be her.
She's
Listen to
pretty
you
hot.
guys defending her, babe. I'm not defending
Babe.
anyone, babe.
Put on the
Not
necklace.
defending those titties.
Put on the necklace.
Just need that red hair and
The necklace.
the necklace.
Well, anyway.
Okay, necklace or no necklace?
Back to the
Huh?
theory.
Huh?
So
And the
this is
red
what's
thong.
interesting, though. What's interesting about the theory is that So
Sorry, Jerry.
So moving forward, right? Moving forward.
Got a
in
bad
this
moment
day
there.
and age,
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Melisandre is gonna fulfill the Nisa prophecy.
Oh, she gonna be the red heart stabbed.
Everyone thinks it's gonna be Daenerys, but Daenerys is doesn't have a heart of fire. If you guys look at
She has a soul.
right? If you guys look at Melisandre's sigil, her own that she had with Stannis is a heart of fire,
Around the
right? A
reindeer,
heart
right?
with fire around a stag.
Yeah.
So her heart is fire, right? So even when she was up at the wall, and I don't even remember what episode that is, she shows Jon Snow that she's warm, right? Because she don't even wear no freaking bear
Right.
cloak or whatever.
Right.
So the theory is that she's gonna fulfill the Nisa prophecy. So remember when she talks to Varys in season 7, saying, "I want to come back to this weird country and I'm gonna die here." So are you, right? Remember? I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
So
Talk about going back to
at
Westeros.
Dragonstone, yes.
And
right,
you talked about so much foreshadowing you didn't know
yeah,
about.
exactly, right?
Oh.
So the theory is that she is Nisa because you
Foreshadow.
need her heart of fire. Daenerys doesn't have a heart of fire.
To kill the
you
king.
need that. So she's gonna be sacrificed. So Jon Snow, in my opinion, is gonna take Longclaw, stab her heart,
Mm-hmm.
bring her back, and that's what's gonna fucking
So
take the
light-
Night
Lay the law. Dang.
So the guy that's been brought back who has a Lightbringer.
No, has a Valerian steel blade.
Yeah, but there's already a guy who has a blade that lights on fire.
Yeah, but he's
That's just regular fire,
just,
bro.
He's just I think but I
Not
think
fucking dragon fire.
what's his name?
That's
That's
a
not.
blade with with gas on it.
That's not God fire.
He didn't stick his long claw in there, and he-
Pun intended.
No, but the whole thing about Jon Snow, right? Because it's the big thing is him. Like what everyone's fearful of
You
is
guys are
Jon
crazy.
Snow snapping Daenerys, right? Because nobody wants fucking Daenerys to die,
right.
but she is.
I think she.
You think she's gonna die?
I think she is.
She has to.
I think
I
too
mean,
many bad
no.
people have been dying. It's
No,
about
but-
to be time for good
No,
people to
but
die.
George R. Martin, right, for sure is the bittersweet ending.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk about that later, but anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm only saying we'll talk about it later because that's my bold prediction.
So
for
the
end.
Nisa prophecy is that this sword, the Lightbringer, would be brought back
Yeah,
through the heart of
yeah.
fire in
And-
Melisandre.
and can
and-
take down the Night King.
And it's what ends the night.
Wow.
It's the only thing that could
It
be the Night
ends
King.
winter.
Because he was stabbed in the heart with dragon glass?
Yeah, and the whole Princess Promise fire and ice because he is ice and then that's fire. I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
that's just my opinion.
man,
Here we go.
if you want to
Because he's a star, right, and all
The
that
fire
ice
and the
fire.
ice.
we are about
Princess
to.
Promise.
We're about to.
That long
You know
claw?
what? We are getting into Nathaniel and I's.
Prim, you wanna talk about
Oh,
And we have, ladies and gentlemen, we have
you wanna talk about
arrived.
Do you want to talk about the fire and the
From
ice?
From the,
Let's
from the
hear
first
this.
moments of the
Let's hear this.
podcast, we
Wait,
brought
wait,
this
wait,
up,
wait.
and
I-
now Vinny has
I just
started
gotta-
to reveal himself.
Let's hear this so I
gotta
can shoot it
clarify
down.
this that
Get it, Vin.
series is a song of not
Ice.
fire and ice. It's ice
And
and
fire.
not fire and ice.
Ice.
ice only. Ice only.
No. Ice and fire.
Mm.
Anyways, okay. Nathan,
Ham
let's get
tuna
into
dos,
this. Let's
ham
get into
tuna
this.
dos.
Me and Nathan had a in-depth conversation 2 months back, maybe.
Dang.
I don't know, but
It
But-
behooves me.
it behooves me the conversations
Come
we
on,
had
man.
back then.
Hey,
Hey,
then I would say that this theory is
Okay.
lucky for Vin because Nathaniel don't remember
Nate,
nothing.
Move over this way, so you're.
Thank you, Vinny.
who are the
go.
four sigils?
Howie,
The four houses.
This guy's been
Four
hanging out
houses,
outside of
four
frame, huh?
sigils.
There's
Who are
more
the-
than that though.
No, but in when you look at every intro, what are the four sigils? What are the four?
Lannister, Lion,
Lannister, Stark,
Lions?
Targaryen,
The
dragons,
And there's the one that's barely there, but it's always.
Baratheon.
The blackfish.
Yeah.
There's the
And-
blackfish.
the stag.
and the north.
Yeah, Stark.
They said the wolf.
So the wolves. The wolves. Okay. Guys, this is where we start getting into some shit.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
Okay,
game. I'm
okay,
game. I'm game.
that's what we're here for.
In the first season of Game of Thrones,
Okay.
Get it,
You-
baby.
there's this very subtle dialogue between fuck Baratheon. What's his name? Robert Baratheon.
Yeah.
And no, his wife, Cersei Lannister. Okay, they're having this conversation. It's the first dialogue between those two, and they start
At Winterfell?
No, they're in King's Landing already,
Oh.
and they're like, "How does the whole?" Robert Baratheon's like, "How does the realm?"
I remember
stand
this. I
together?"
remember this.
And
I remember
Cersei's
this
like,
scene.
"What? Because we're married. Because of our marriage." And if you think about it, fucking the Lannisters backed the Targaryens, right?
Mhm.
Originally, and the Baratheons were the ones that started the
Yeah.
rebellion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got the stag, and you have the lion, right? So opposite sides.
Of Targaryen.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, and now who's the other two?
The
Targaryen
wolves?
Stark.
The wolves.
Stark?
Yeah.
And the dragon.
And they were allies for
Dragon.
for hundreds of years,
Forever.
right?
And-
Forever.
Centuries, right?
Forever.
Yeah. Yep. And then you get the what's this? The
But they're
Wolves
who's their
and the
enemy?
dragon.
Yeah.
and who marries each other? Who's Jon's parents? Who's Jon Snow's parents?
Dragon and the
Lyanna
wolf.
and-
Dragon and the wolf.
Mhm.
Okay.
There
Now
was even an-
here's where me and Nate
episode of
started
that.
getting deep. We're like, fuck. Okay, when Cersei and Robert Baratheon were having that conversation, they talk about their son who supposedly died.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
the
right?
black-haired
Who,
people.
what would he be? A stag.
And
And
And a lion.
a lion.
Okay, in season 1, Jon Arryn died,
Right.
and the last person that saw Gendry before Jon Arryn died,
It was John Iron.
Jon
Jon
Arryn was all into who's this?
Yeah.
Gendry. He
And
found
that's what
Gendry.
and that's what
And
Ned
then-
Stark
Yeah.
was.
and then
on.
what?
Yeah.
And then Ned Stark is on to Gendry,
Right.
Mhm.
and they start. So I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth, but
So fine.
Gendry has blonde hair.
Mhm.
All of Robert Baratheon.
No, Gendry
Black
has
hair.
Gendry
Black
has
hair.
black hair.
black hair.
Gendry has black hair.
Yeah,
Gendry.
Oh,
has
sorry.
black-
Gendry has black hair. So all of Cersei's legitimate children have
And blonde hair. Yeah.
Blonde.
Okay.
So to say.
So they're thinking that Gendry. Me and Nate started thinking Gendry can be Cersei and
No. It could be
Robert's
Rob
Robert-
and
Robert-
Lyanna.
son.
No,
No,
Rob. No, Rob.
No.
It'll be
No.
Rob and,
And
Cersei's
Cersei.
son.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. I've seen
That-
this theory before.
That they
We
said,
didn't know it was there 'cause we don't read
that,
the theory.
That
Yeah.
they said when the baby came out black haired, she said to kill him.
Yes.
And the priest didn't kill him, but he sent him
Jamie
down the
saved
flea
him.
bottom.
Yeah,
Right?
Jamie
yeah.
saved him.
Exactly.
It was Jamie that saved
Jamie
him.
saved him. So remember, the only thing that
I didn't know
contradicts
that.
this whole theory is Maggie the Frog. You guys remember Maggie the Frog?
Yeah.
Witch?
The
She's a
prophecy that Cersei.
She's the witch.
Yeah,
Whatever-
she's the witch
whatever.
that
When she was
told
young. When she was
Cersei's prophecy when she was younger.
Something about killing.
All her kids would
all
die.
her kids
Yeah, all her kids
die.
will die.
Yeah.
I think there's some. What me and Nate came to fucking agree upon is that Gendry is their son.
Yes.
And
Whose
I
son?
believe so.
Whose son?
Baratheon.
Rob and Cersei.
And Stark.
Robin Cersei.
Baratheon
So
Lannister.
it actually
Oh.
makes him the true
So that
heir
is-
to the throne.
Yep.
According
Well,
to the books.
No, overall.
Just
he's
because
not a
he
bastard.
defeated
No, but
Rhaegar
he's
and
not a
Aegon.
bastard like Gendry.
Well.
Yeah.
If
who's
Jon
not a
Snow-
bastard?
If Jon
I'm
Snow
confused.
didn't live,
Gendry's the bastard.
Gendry's
Okay,
the
but who's
bastard.
not a bastard?
but
Jon.
Gendry's not a
Jon-
bastard.
Jon's
or no,
not a
no, I'm
bastard.
sorry.
John's not a
sorry.
bastard. So Gendry, everyone thinks he's a bastard, but he's not. And Jon
Yeah,
Snow,
Gendry's not a
everyone
bastard.
thinks
They're
he's a
both not
bastard, but he's
bastards.
not.
Right.
They are the stag, the wolf.
Combo.
No.
So the dragon and the wolf
Gendry is the
Gendry is lion and
and
stag.
stag.
stag, and Jon is the
Dragon.
dragon and the wolf.
Yeah.
And
They're both not
those are the
bastards.
four main
They're both
houses.
And so they bring the four
Okay.
like battling houses
and
together.
yeah, the Baratheons won that war, so yeah, Gendry should be in
True
line.
heir to-
Right.
But
Yeah.
then again, there is a living Targaryen who's
Right.
Jon.
The throne
but-
was stolen.
but here-
But
though,
they
like
are
Jamie
boys.
But
So
hold
they
on
are
here.
they
But
are
hold on
both.
here.
Yeah, now they're boys. He's like, yeah, I knew your father.
But hold on
The
here. though.
Song of Ice and Fire.
But where does it end though? Because if
and it's
Robert,
about those two defeating
no, but
the
if Robert
fucker.
is sitting
The-
on the throne,
Defeating the Night King
right?
or the Dead Army.
No, but if Robert's
Yeah.
sitting on the throne, right at the time of the beginning of the Game of Thrones that we
Fucking Gendry's
see,
gonna kill it, guys.
I know, man.
doesn't that
Yeah,
make it
he is.
Gendry?
Yeah,
The rightful
True
heir to
heir,
the throne.
right?
yeah.
Because because Targaryen got defeated.
But
Mm.
but at this
Cersei's
point-
pregnant.
so that-
Cersei's pregnant.
So that no
right?
longer
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because the last,
But then
as a
who's her
matter of fact,
legitimate child?
it's only now that Lannister's sitting, but it's actually Baratheon sitting.
But wait a minute.
What it's supposed to be.
But wait a minute. They were fighting because why?
Because of Lyanna.
Yeah, which means John is there because
Yeah.
everybody got it wrong in the first
Yeah.
place. They shouldn't have been
Oh,
fighting
yeah.
because it was
Rhaegar's
love.
not the person
It
you
was
gotta
love.
kill.
Yeah.
Oh,
John.
John is the person you gotta
Right.
kill.
Well, John is that means John's
that
there
means
because
John is the king.
the war shouldn't have happened
Yeah.
if they had been, truth.
Right.
And that is revealed
they've been
in
in
season
truth.
7. In season 7 is like this
I don't
war
mean
is
that
based on
side.
a lie.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The rebellion was based on a
Yes.
lie.
I'm a
Yes,
Targaryen for the
exactly, yeah,
record,
for
and
sure.
Rhaegar
damn,
is my
who said
favorite
that?
character.
Hey, and he's
Rhaegar
also
my
a
favorite
Patriot
character.
fan. He's a
Dude,
Patriot
we were
fan.
literally Rhaegar and Lyanna one Halloween.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Remember
Rhaegar, I love Rhaegar. Rhaegar and the
Patriots, Rhaegar.
Stark.
Yeah, sure.
Tom Brady, Rhaegar.
These haters gonna hate.
Yes, Tom Brady fan, TB12, and
Rhaegar
Rhaegar.
Targaryen, Rhaegar
It's for love, guys. It's for love. That's what this whole series is about. It's about love. Don't forget, there's Battle of the Bastards and all this other violence and all this
Yeah.
stuff. But the whole thing is really about love of two people who couldn't show it to the rest
how
of the
all
world.
Should have and just
Yeah.
But it's
And how all of
it's
that
about.
ended up in so much war.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well,
And that's the Christian in me. It's like, no, serious. But I'm like,
nice guy over
I'm
here.
so mad. But, man, nothing
It's really-
I'm so
matters 'cause
glad
I
I'm
should just
sitting
love
next to
everyone. No,
the,
serious.
the good Christian.
That's what J.R. Martin's trying to get.
yeah, George, dude.
George
he is
R.R.
a
Martin.
staunch
George R.R.
Christian
Martin.
for sure.
One thing I realized though
He's
is
Christian.
he always makes someone go from like lowly, get super experience, and then like become the baddest.
Sansa.
but
He believes in one God,
Yeah.
Can I-
but
can I
different
ask, though?
interpretations of it. Of
Can
the
I
story.
ask though?
No, but that's beautiful. But that's beautiful because that's the way the world is.
Right. Right.
Jon Snow is not living though. He's
George R.
dying
Martin's
in this.
religious,
no.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
If
He's
you ask
already
me, bro,
died. He's gonna die for sure.
Jon Snow's gonna die. So
Yeah.
both Daenerys and Jon Snow's gonna die. One of them has to live.
That's not possible.
Gendry lives.
No, I think
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
no.
Trying to
I
prove
think
my theory right
I think.
here.
What about Gendry, Sansa, and John and Danny have to die like Romeo and Juliet died? Dude.
Sexy.
I think that's gonna happen. I think that's very likely
The
gonna happen.
Romeo
Only
and
because it's gonna foreshadow or mirror.
Gendry,
Jon Snow
Sansa,
died. He's gonna die.
Gendry,
again.
Will
Sansa,
still live. They
Romeo
will
and
live.
Juliet.
No, I don't
because
think so.
remember, Jon
Boom.
Snow
Gendry,
says to
Sansa.
Melisandre,
Boom.
"If I die, don't bring me back." So
Gendry,
you know
Sansa,
he's
dog.
gonna die.
What do you think went through Melisandre's mind when
I have to try.
she asked Jon Snow, "What did you see?" and he said nothing? Do you think it affected her
Oh.
beliefs in
No,
or,
not at
her
all.
belief in the fire god?
I think she
because
knew he was hiding shit.
Yeah,
you think so?
I don't think she
Ah,
told
she
him.
was already.
Yeah, like,
she was
yeah.
already.
She's hot when it's cold, bro. She knows.
She don't.
Hot when it's cold.
Yes.
She was. She was
Yes, when
questioning.
it's no.
It's young and it's old.
She was questioning her beliefs when John died, the first time.
Right.
She was like, I don't know.
No,
Status?
she was
Well, she was
no,
really
John.
questioning it when she burned.
when she ordered the girl to die.
Shireen, right.
And I hated that because
That's your
That
sister.
was the worst episode. I can't watch that.
Yeah.
That was that was the hardest
horrible.
episode.
Horrible.
dude. And then
That was
how's
the worst
about
episode.
but
for me
then
to watch.
how's
I couldn't
about
watch that episode.
how's about right before the Battle of the Bastards? I don't know if everybody missed this, but right before the
Spoiler
Battle of the
alert!
Bastards,
2 years late.
right before the Battle of the Bastards, fucking the Onion Knight finds the horse that she widowed for him. Remember that?
The what?
The horse. What? The
Oh,
wood.
the
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
statue
Charred.
horse, the doll horse, or the statue horse.
And that's the only reason why he knew that Shireen got burned.
Oh, Stannis.
No, well, what's an Onion Knight? I just say
Yeah,
Onion Knight because it's easy.
Or not Stannis, sorry. The Onion.
Davos. So
Davos.
Davos.
There you
Davos Seaworth. But that's the only reason why. So that's the only reason why Melisandre has to go to Volantis.
But I really think Onion Knight's gonna get his dues on her. Onion Knight's gonna
No, but she.
stab her in the heart.
No, but in my opinion, though, if she's gonna die for a reason, she's way too important.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool.
I
You know
think
what
she
I'm saying?
knows she has to die for a
Like,
reason.
like remember what she says in fucking season 7. I'm ready to die.
Yeah.
Or no, season 6. I'm sorry. I'm ready to die. I've been ready to die.
Yeah, that's why she's
But I'm
trying to
here
make
for
her
a
way
reason.
her way down to Westeros, right?
Yeah. See, I remember what she tells Varys in season 7 is that I want to come back and die in this strange country, dude, because she's gonna fulfill the Nisa prophecy, in my opinion.
Going back to
In my
that.
opinion.
Yeah.
Good.
Right? That's what I think.
Possible.
Well, I
A
mean,
lot of shit is possible.
I know.
for sure.
What are you about to go through? 9 hours? Oh my gosh, guys, it's literally like Christmas.
It's gonna be the toughest 9 hours of my life.
I'm
It's gonna be
I'm-
awesome though. Like,
I'm
dude,
really
I really
avoiding
feel like
all
season 7
spoilers,
sucks.
all everything.
you
Because
just gotta stay off the internet
I
for
want-
the next
I
fucking
know.
6 weeks.
But no,
How do you do that though, man?
but dude, it's just you have to
Just
do
don't
it.
watch any
because
trailers.
so I don't know if you guys ever
Is it
watched
gonna happen
Westworld
again?
right? I was watching Westworld and then I would go onto Reddit and kind of like hear theories of people and stuff. Motherfuckers ended up predicting the end of Westworld, bro, and I was just like,
Damn.
damn, that shit ruined it for
Yeah.
me, bro.
That's why guys don't ever watch trailers. I've been trying to tell you.
well,
Don't watch
it wasn't
any
a trailer. It
trailer.
wasn't a
Don't watch
trailer.
anything.
They
It was
try to mislead
it was
you
these
in
super
trailers.
smart dudes who have nothing
Evo.
else better to do than to fucking post
They
on
try to
Reddit
mislead you in
about
trailers.
No
fucking-
trailers, no
about their
theories, none
predictions,
of that.
and they end up being
Don't do
right.
it.
That's the
Good
thing.
producers
funny, though.
will tell you a different story in the trailer, bro.
What I love about Reddit
And
is
Game
that
of Thrones
Bulldog
has
is who
good
introduced me to
producers, guys.
Reddit. And the first time I ever entered into zombies fantasy football, he's like, dude, bro, go to Reddit. You can watch all the games.
Yeah.
After that, bro, yeah, dude, I Reddit everybody to fucking fight. The fucking
Bro, you can't
whatever.
share trade secrets, bro. We're gonna have to cut this one podcast.
That was the,
Matt,
well,
note this part down. Count the time, huh?
people caught on to that. Boo.
Dude, but that shit is like the most epic shit ever.
Yeah,
I
bro.
read it in
The best.
2014 for this cast. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Well, you know,
That was fun.
but still, let's cut
Edit
it
that
out.
out, man.
What's Reddit?
Sorry about that.
I read
All
it
right.
somewhere.
Don't be sorry.
So who's
We're leaving it in. Fuck
I'm
it.
not.
Fuck it. We're leaving it
I
in.
just said that for the record.
who's on the throne? Who's dying?
Wait.
Ooh.
Before we get there,
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's keep talking theories,
sorry,
man.
since there's so many guys. I just want to know, in your opinion, who's the hottest?
Cersei.
Oh, we got to have
Cersei.
this question.
Cersei.
We got.
I think Michelle. I think Michelle Lozano is the hottest.
Dude, you're not supposed to.
I thought we were talking
You're supposed
about
to
Game
answer
of
so
Thrones.
quick, bro. Your girlfriend's here.
Well, I thought it was Game of Thrones.
No, he's told me multiple times. Cersei's hot. I'm like, okay.
Cersei. All right.
I'm team. Like,
Cersei's hot. I need to go to the
fuck
bathroom.
off.
I don't like that new
Well,
haircut
you
though.
just say you're Team Targaryen and Cersei's hot.
Those are two different questions.
No, he just thinks the actress is hot.
Yeah.
Or no, just like the actress.
All right.
Character.
Liana Headey.
All right, hottest one.
Lena
Actually,
Headey.
the character.
Egret.
Yours?
Oh my.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Hey, no, I'm just
Okay.
like,
Egret.
hey, yeah.
Who's Daenerys's right hand woman?
Come on, no, come on.
Missandei?
Missandei.
Sunday.
Missandei. Yeah.
You
Missandei.
can't do that, bro, because
Why?
that's mine too.
What, bro? You want to fight, dude? Now?
Wanna
fight about this?
Break out the Valyrian steel.
Hey, so then
Come
I'm
in,
just gonna
come
go
in.
to second hottest then. I got Marjorie.
Hey.
Marjorie.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to hear
She's a
babe.
guy.
All right. Who you got, Jerry? Who you got?
What? Boy or
Hottest.
Doesn't matter. Whatever. you want.
Boy,
Hey.
girl, whatever you
We,
prefer.
we don't judge.
girl? Jon Snow.
Oh, the snowman.
Obvious,
No,
obvious.
you were- T-Ville, you were obviously the wrong Halloween character.
How about Vinny?
I just gotta jump in on this. When my wife, Dar, asked me this question, I was like, it was one of the sand snakes. I don't know. I just there's just something about Dorn about me.
Oh, you're
Something about
dorny.
the South.
You're feeling,
Where'd they let-
you're feeling a little dorny, huh?
Oh man.
Which sand snake though, Vin? The one with the spear, the whip, or
the youngest one?
The one of age.
With the short hair, right?
Oh, the boy cut?
They were nasty.
what's her name?
They were nasty.
Or the one that was like, tell me I'm the most beautiful girl you ever seen in the world.
Oh, to what's his name?
To Bronn.
Bronn, yeah.
Forgot about those things.
Agreed.
Forgot about those
Come
things.
on,
I
Nate.
forgot about
Nate,
this.
give
What's
us.
up with you?
All right, we gotta
Come
go
on.
around the second time.
You chose the girl with the most clothes on the whole fucking year, baby.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Hey, Michelle, that's
In
Michelle.
the cave.
I don't look at any other ladies.
Only Michelle.
She's
Only
almost-
when they're
She's like a guy.
heavily
almost.
clothed.
She's like, like dying.
But honestly, though, I think Misandi's the hottest.
Agreed. Agreed.
I just have to go to second. I mean, I don't even want it. What?
I feel like I'm all alone in the corner.
Did we touch on all the theories though?
No.
Cersei?
There's so many.
You're with her?
What did we miss?
There's lots. I don't know.
Honestly, man, I'm just excited, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is Christmas.
Okay, so
Gonna be crazy.
what's gonna happen next? So the last thing we saw in season 7 was that Sam and
They figured it out.
Bran
No.
tied
Yeah.
connected the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what
Yeah. I think
John's true lineage is.
I think they know it. Like, John has to know when he comes back.
No way. Sorry.
You don't think they tell
excuse
him?
Me.
No, they are.
I
gonna
think
tell.
that
I'm
shit's
pretty
gonna
sure they
hang
are
to
gonna
the
tell.
last episode.
Do they tell him
Yes.
immediately or
Okay,
not?
one at a time.
It's-
One at a time.
sorry.
Let's go.
Do they
Go
tell
ahead,
him
Jerry.
immediately or not?
Go ahead, Jer.
I mean, yeah.
I think they
Or
do.
maybe wait a couple of days.
I think.
When they go back.
Wait until episode 2.
First
So episode-
3 minutes.
Or no, probably later on in episode 1. I don't know.
Tyrion's gonna be in the background like, no.
No, that would be the cliffhanger of episode 1.
Don't say it.
I don't know. I think. Oh,
Someone's got to ride the dragons.
can
guys.
I? So I think.
Right, because
It
the
just
whole
seems
three-headed theory.
It just seems fitting. It seems fitting to not address that issue because you want it so much. That's no way any producer's gonna
Oh,
give
yeah.
that to
They're
you.
gonna
You're so
let them-
right.
They're gonna
Yeah,
let them
that's
bang a
just so
couple
right.
times, right?
It's been the question since the beginning. They
Yeah.
won't give it away.
They're not going to.
At
That's
the beginning.
That's the whole story.
Even though they gave it away already,
That's
Yeah,
not,
but
they
that's
won't
the
let
away.
John know until the end.
I think right before he dies, they're gonna
They're let his ass
He's gonna
know.
know,
No,
and then
they're
he'll-
not. No way.
or whatever. If he dies,
No
he dies.
way.
I don't
Probably
know.
before the battle.
I don't know.
Before that
but
big battle.
I think he has to
No.
get on the dragon knowing he's a Targaryen.
No, because
you know what I mean?
But here's the thing too.
Well, he already touched the
but
dragon, so there's a
also
sense
been-
that he is.
Him and
But there's-
Tyrion.
But then I think
what?
that he
Tyrion?
needs to know
Tyrion
before
pet the dragon too.
because
oh yeah, right.
he's gonna go down to the crypts of Winterfell and stand in front of his mom.
Mm.
That's what.
Lyanna.
Yeah, so I think that he's gonna know about his true lineage before the Great War.
Dang.
Who?
Because that's the only way he'll know that he could be a dragon rider.
And who does the Great War involve? The Night
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 King.
Army,
Yeah, the
and
living against
The
the, dead.
deadness.
Okay,
the living
okay.
and the dead.
okay.
So I mean, for me, I don't see another way. I mean, if it's wait till the end, like I think he's gonna die in the Great
That's
War.
a wait.
I don't know.
They're
Last
gonna
episode.
wait.
Like
till
I
the
think he's
end.
gonna die in the Great War.
Even Brown
He
was like,
has
he
to.
has to know.
Like it's gonna be the freaking WWF fucking double
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
fucking loss. I mean,
Cersei's gonna be killing people
they
on the side
slam
too.
Each other. The Night King and Jon
Same
Snow
team,
hit
fuck
each other
same
at the
team.
same
Blah,
time and
blah,
died
blah.
together.
Yeah, bro.
Like epicness, you know? Like it can't be one winning
Like
over
Two
the other,
Lovers Point
yeah,
epicness?
Edgy, yeah. Tie the hair apart and fucking jump, bro. But Eddie Valerian still versus fucking Ice to the
No.
neck, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean that like that's what I hope for.
There
right?
will be
You know
blood.
what? There's always this.
both die at the same time.
There's this possibility that Daenerys is pregnant and.
Oh yeah.
they-
Why? What else
no,
would they show them
she
having
gives
sex?
birth. Yeah, it zooms out.
he
The
pulled
last
out apart.
episode.
Because he's a
She's
pull-out
on
champ.
contraception.
You didn't know she was taking birth control.
My bad. My bad.
Nah,
No, no, the
I
last
didn't know she
episode-
checked out.
That's ever since fucking the.
She has a good pharmacist. Dude.
My bad. I didn't know
Dark.
she followed up with her gynecologist.
That's ever since Varys the track, bro.
No, remember she told John herself that she can't have kids.
Oh, that's another
That's
thing.
what she thinks.
That's
How
what
do
she
you
thinks.
know?
because
It's
she
not
had
real
because
world.
she had a witch tell
Because
her
she had the
in
witch.
season 1.
If
But
you
that's just some
sacrifice,
random ass witch telling her
Yeah.
in season 1.
no, but still,
No. You're right.
she sacrificed her baby,
Yeah.
to save.
And she did.
Her
And
son
it
in the
did,
moon.
And it did.
Mhm.
And
And
she's
it
like,
did.
I didn't guarantee he was gonna come back the same
Yeah.
dude, but
Yeah,
you
He's
wanted
back,
him
yeah.
alive. He's here.
yeah, he was alive.
In the books, she gives birth to like a dragon baby.
Ooh.
Like a dead dragon baby. Like a stillbirth of a dragon.
That's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't
You
they show
guys
us
imagine that
Oh,
shit
Why
right
couldn't they show
there.
us that?
A one-time
I don't know.
They were trying to make it realistic
I
now
think
in
the
the
Targaryens
fucking
are gonna
TV
keep-
series, bro.
keep it.
It's not realistic if the girl gives a
Not
birth.
realistic.
What's the theory?
Pop out a dragon?
What's the theory? What's the theory? Come on.
Jump in real quick.
No, jump in for a long quick.
But don't you find it interesting that the dragon that ends up going down is the smallest?
Right.
Don't you find that interesting? I mean,
No,
this-
I thought Viserion was the second
no,
biggest.
Viserion is the smallest because,
I don't
in
even
my
remember the other
opinion,
two.
he's the least like
Drogon.
brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drogon,
yeah.
Rhaegal, right? Rhaegar,
Rhaegar.
and then Viserion. I think Viserion is the smallest because he's the least like brother. Because remember, he's the one that, you're Dothraki.
Analogies.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Love
You're
it.
gonna be the one that's fucking like uses her to freaking get what he needs or
Right.
wants or whatever.
Analogy
Yeah.
sticks.
So he's actually the smallest dragon of them all. Even when they fly.
The smallest.
You remember in Marine when the
the
freaking
smallest.
slave masters come to freaking think that they could kill it? Freaking no. You ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? And when they're all flying, he's the smallest.
Mm.
Talking about Tyrion?
Viserion.
Okay.
Viserion.
Here's where this comes into play.
Do it.
You guys never heard this theory? Because
Tyrion's the
I don't
third
li-
rider?
I don't yeah I
The
don't listen.
third
He's like little
Targaryen.
rider, bro.
But yeah, me and Ed, you know, we both read the books, so we talked about a bunch of shit sometimes, and we're drunk.
That's
So-
the best.
It's always the best.
So we're thinking is that Tyrion is actually
He is.
Targaryen.
Targaryen.
You know that he is, though, right?
No, I don't.
Because
Tell it.
Ares raped the mom.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
Lannister.
no, that's what we're thinking is that somehow that is why.
One at a time explanations, everybody.
So,
Sorry.
so the
I know you want to jump in right now.
the reason why he's so like hated by his dad.
Yeah.
Is because it's not his son.
Yep.
Is that he's actually a Targaryen.
He's Jon Snow
So
of the
he-
Lannisters.
yeah. So yeah, he was raped or I don't know, raped or
And that's why he's
Rape.
small.
loved
Rape,
by
By
Mad
Rhaegar?
King,
Tywin's
the Mad
wife.
King.
Oh, the Mad King. That's right.
by
That's
the
right.
Mad King.
So it would be Tyrion and Dany are cousins then.
And all three of them are gonna ride the dragons.
No,
Well,
they're
how
brother and
can-
sister.
They can't because
So-
Viserion is
is a white.
That's what you think.
Wait, what does that
But you
make?
don't know
what
how
does
that
make
works.
Tyrion and Dany? Brother and
Auntie and nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Mad King
No, they're
is a
brothers.
father
of
They're
both of them.
brother and sister.
Brother,
Yeah.
sister.
Who?
Because the Mad
Tyrion.
King is both of them.
Dany
Tyrion
and
and Dany.
Tyrion.
Yeah.
So is
Because
Tyrion
he
the
raped-
heir to the
He
He
throne?
rapes.
Tyrion, the
heir to the throne.
Dun,
And-
dun,
and-
dun,
and
dun,
he-
dun.
Weren't we
You know
just
what?
talking about that? Tyrion sitting on the throne?
And Tyrion.
See that shirt?
Hey,
See that shirt?
you know, and you know what they say
The
about the
camera.
Targaryens? That 50% of them, half of the babies are born with
Yeah.
disabilities.
Because of so much incest,
There's so much
there's a
inbred,
lot
right?
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's a lot of
So yeah,
for sure.
that-
mental and physical disability.
Team Targaryen. That's
I
what's
just gotta
up.
say, it's
TB12.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. I can't wait.
Targaryen babies.
I'm making corn soup for the first episode.
that's all I wanted to jump back on.
Hell yeah.
For, Tony, you can take
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
if Tyrion goes up to the dead dragon
It starts writing
and makes him not dead?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm a red woman.
Tyrion.
I mean, we don't.
Look at my man boobs.
I mean, we don't really know.
Stab me with your long claw,
How-
John.
Oh, dude. That's,
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
that's
They're nasty.
See, T-Bill can't even concentrate.
I mean, we don't. We
Think
don't
about
know.
that long
We don't know.
Once.
We don't know how the you guys are making assumptions that the dragon will stay dead for
Oh.
whatever
Yeah.
reason.
No,
sure.
but
Or loyal to them.
Whatever.
But the Night King controls all the White
deaders,
Walkers, all the dead, right? And so he also controls the dragon, which he made destroy the wall on the
Yeah.
East Watch, right?
That's because Tyrion or any of the other Targaryens weren't face to face with it.
But here,
You don't know. It might. You don't know. It just that's just open.
I have
I
an-
love
I have
it.
an- I have
I love
another-
it.
I have another
No.
theory of mine that I think. Because Bran, right, he's such an essential character to the story, and that he's becoming more powerful every single day. That he'll warg that goddamn dragon, right? And you see the freaking broken wheelchair in Winterfell.
Dragon.
Shit. Okay, well, isn't there?
Wait, hold on.
Well, isn't there a
before we move
theory
on.
that Bran is also the Night King because he got sucked
Yes.
Or
into?
it's like his balance, right?
But there's another thing that me and Nathaniel talked about a long time ago about how who is it made him a freaking saddle to ride a horse or ride a dragon or something. Remember that?
in the forest.
No, they drew the blueprints to ride a
Nathaniel?
horse,
Yeah.
right?
No, for riding a dragon or something. You remember that, Nate? It was Nate. It was me and you were talking about it. You're even the one that said this.
Too many.
You don't remember. Hey, but anyway, so here's my opinion, or here's what I think, though, is because he's so powerful of a warg, he'll overpower whatever the Night King has over Viserion and become the third dragon rider. That's why you see the broken wheelchair at the steps of Winterfell.
in the preview, yes.
Wow.
That's why the chair's broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is just one of Brandon's theories.
Wait.
The
in the
very
trailer?
good theory.
Yeah, you see the trailer, the Valerian Steel trailer. Is it a second or a third? I don't even know. It's after the first, whatever it is. Where Winterfell's.
So where does
Winterfell's
his body go? Oh, he's riding it. Actually
he's
riding
on it.
Oh. How does he get on
wargs
it?
the dragon. He
The
wargs it.
Fucking dragon picks him up by the neck like a puppy red and
He
throws
goes-
him on his neck.
Get on me, Bran.
Or uses his bicep muscles.
We're going to McDonald's.
Little did we know, we didn't know that in between seasons he was doing pull-ups.
We didn't know. You didn't know, Bran.
Ninja warrior.
You didn't know he's a killer.
Peg. The peg
and
round.
dips, and
The
dips.
round with the pegs.
and he fucking actually learning how to walk on his hands
Pusher.
like this.
But what do you think about that theory? Right? I mean, it kind of puts that trailer
That's CrossFit,
into
baby.
perspective, though.
That's
Right?
exactly what Malachi, my
that does
son
make
Malachi
sense.
is going through right
Like imagine the Night King riding the dragon, thinking he's got it, then the dragon just
Fucking
Lands,
barrel rolls,
and
right?
he's stuck. And then Jon Snow fights him
Oh,
on the ground.
and then it goes.
'Cause he has nowhere else to go.
Dun.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, there's just so much.
Honestly,
Right?
there's just so much
Right? He
possibilities.
stabs
Wow. Guys.
Melisandre.
it's gonna go in so many
The
directions.
freaking Long Claw becomes
gonna be crazy.
Lightbringer.
I have a question for everyone. So it's gonna go in so many directions as we're saying, right? But what do you think the ultimate direction will be to resolve almost all of the theories?
I don't think we'll be able to tell. I don't think we'll be able to tell
You know what I mean?
until we see the titles of the episodes.
I
Think so?
like
Yeah.
it.
It's
I
always
think, I think it's.
Well,
not-
let's not look at the titles just like we don't watch the trailers.
I don't think it's.
What
Not,
do you guys
I
think?
it's done. I don't see
I
anyone
think-
being happy at the end.
everyone dies.
I agree.
No,
Fucking asteroid just comes and
no. Some people will be
fucking-
happy about a certain ending. Some won't. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
tragedy.
It depends.
It's a tragedy.
I really think
No,
the
because-
author works in opposites. So, so the Starks, they came up from top. Pretty much all the main ones died, and they're coming back up. All the Targaryens, they came from the top. Only 2 left. 1 left. They came back up. Lannisters, they started out strong. They're going down. Like it's just a tale of opposites.
Well, I guess you.
And so,
I can see where you're coming from because all the Starks started off as really humble people, right? And now they're just
Honor.
all
And
They're
they
all
had-
bound by
honorable,
honor. Yeah,
honorable
yeah,
they
people.
had the worst.
And now
That's what I
the,
mean.
the worst.
and
dude.
because honor has led them down the path of
4
just,
years
like,
of
fucking.
bad results.
I think it was like I think it's like 10 years.
Lucky they're not in the private sector, boy.
Hey, man. Hey,
They're the government, I think. Man.
everyone
That
remembers
results 4 years.
when Jon Snow bended the knee to Dany.
But
No.
did that ever show?
No, he said, "I wish I can bend the knee," but and then he looked at his dick.
No.
Valyrian steel. But I got some Valyrian steel for you.
I'm gonna bend. I'm gonna bend you down.
Yeah.
No, but then when they go to King's Landing. No. They go to King's Landing.
Who's bending what?
You guys don't remember?
What knee? What knee? Sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
You guys don't remember?
Bend the hips. Hey, sorry,
Yeah.
hey, sorry about that. Big
Bend that ass. okay.
When they're in the dragon pit, when Danny and Cersei are trying to come to some sort of truce,
Oh yeah, with the dead body.
and then Cersei's like, "I just require that Jon Snow keeps in the north and doesn't say, doesn't take anyone's side." And he's like, it's like, as much as I want to, I can't because
Yeah. That was the last season, yeah.
yeah. And he says, "I can't because I've already bent the knee to Danny,
Oh yeah.
my queen."
But you never see it though, right? Do you see it?
No, he doesn't bend it.
It's almost like it's almost like making a promise, but you're crossing your toes in your shoe, knife.
Like I did.
It's like this in your
No,
shoe.
you should have done it the other way around, buddy. You should have said you didn't.
Right.
You really are.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. The guys.
Yeah, even Danny at that point, even Danny's like, you should have just fucking lied.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
He's like, you just lied, bro. He's like,
You
what's a
couldn't
word
just
if it's
lie?
not a word?
Hey, he didn't get the group text now in time.
Right.
They're all looking at him like,
Yeah.
and he's like,
No.
but I
Bar. No.
But remember, I did bend the knee. Remember? I didn't bend the knee, but
But
I
wait a minute.
did do it.
Let's talk about bending the knee about the North, right?
Yeah.
None of the guys in the North know that
What's
That
going
John
on?
did that.
John
Right.
bent
No,
the
no.
knee.
Right.
Or,
But I don't think he did. I think it
we
was
don't
just
know, right?
in the conversation having to
He still got it
negotiate.
in.
No,
He
they
still
didn't.
got it in.
Sansa got the fucking letter.
He's gonna trick her. He's gonna be like, "So
Oh,
did I
that's
really
it.
bend the knee?
bent the
No,
knee.
I didn't."
Hey, she
Shit.
got the Raven. I mean, yeah.
Raven.
Hey, when it comes to Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
you gotta
no,
say the
yeah.
letter.
The letter.
You got a Raven. You got a
The
Raven.
Ravens sent them.
Yeah.
Rumaven, Jello.
But
Raven.
but honestly though, what does it matter
Here's
though?
an
I mean,
apostle.
like, does it even fucking matter? Like, bro, wait fucking 24 hours, Jello said. We got something coming for real. So
Yeah.
we can't
This is
be
my
arguing
preliminary
About
decision.
we can't be arguing
Wait
about
till
this
tomorrow's
bend the
decision,
knee
no.
shit. But if
This
she
ain't
got-
fucking boys to men,
Yeah.
bro.
Said, look, she got dragons, partner, and we're gonna need that shit.
I know.
You
I
what I'm
can't wait
saying?
to see what dragons are going to do to the White Walkers and to their army.
Nothing. Only, dude.
No, they're gonna take down the zombies. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
you
no,
have
the
to remember,
pawns, the pawns.
everybody who dies is gonna become a White Walker.
Not when
Right.
they burn.
Not when they burn.
That's true.
Burn one down.
But I think the dragons only matter to the pawn.
The what?
the
the
pawn-
the zombies.
the White
zombies.
Zombies,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
The whites know, the Night King know. I think it's gonna be after
The White Walkers know,
Easy.
and the Night King know.
No, fire doesn't kill them. They walk right
Valerian
through
steel.
fire. Yeah.
You know, in the book,
Valerian
the
steel.
Valerian steel swords, there's so few of them. Like,
Exactly.
But
and why do you think?
Do you think that Bran will be able to put some sort of force field? Remember how the Raven had a force field around his area?
Oh, the magic,
Mm.
the magic,
The magic.
or they didn't know where he was. Yeah.
I don't think so though, because remember in the same
He touched
in the
him.
same thing when he
Right.
touched him, that was it.
He touched him in a dream. It wasn't
Yeah.
even.
And that killed the force. So I remember that was the first instance where you see the Night King and the Whites walk right through fire.
Right.
Or is it?
You know, in the book,
Or is it hard home?
everyone in the north, before they travel, they line their travel route with fire, and it was just to keep.
But you guys
away
do know that the Night King is the
the-
Stark, right?
the
No, it's not the Night King. It's the Night King.
The
It's
Night King.
different. I can contribute to this one. So, I just watched this YouTube, whatever you call them,
the
theories
Night
or whatever.
King.
It's not the Night King is a Stark. It's the Night's King was a Stark. You can go research it because that's as
Oh,
far as I
like the
remember.
king that
Apostrophe.
Yes, the Night's King, which
The
is
king
he
that
was like
beat the
king
last
number
knight.
13.
Yeah.
Or the what do you call it? The Night's Watch, the Night's Watch leader, number 13. Yeah, that number 13 leader.
Was it during the darkest days or something?
Yeah,
It was way in the beginning.
The darkest night.
We're on. John was 980 something or 90 something Night's King,
Night
and this guy was the 13th. So that's how far back that was, and it has something to do with the children of the forest, and how someone got stolen. It goes on and on and on. But
so the guy who got stabbed in the heart is actually
Yeah.
a Stark.
that's the guy. That's the same person. So it's so they're thinking that Bran could be the Night King, but it's not the same.
But he's gonna be the
Not like
Night's
that.
King.
Yeah, the Night's King
Yeah.
was in the past.
But he's also the three.
But he could be, yeah.
No, because
But
Almost
really,
like Batman already.
Yeah, but he's not Bran
The
either,
other
but he's
theory
also
too
Batman.
is that he's not even
I am Batman. Where is he?
he's not even after the whole realm.
Superman here.
Exactly. He's just trying to get Bran, right? He's just trying to get Bran and take back Winterfell only. He doesn't want the rest.
you know what's amazing though? Is
Who?
that
Oh,
Go ahead,
Night King.
Night King.
The Night King's not after everybody.
he's only after who?
He's
Yeah.
only after Bran.
What is his goal?
Oh, because he was after the three-eyed raven.
Yeah.
What
Before.
is his goal?
Because Bran, right? Because I guess based on what
Oh,
Tebow
that's
just
so
said, is
true.
that they're split.
Okay,
So to
not the
unify
same.
it, it will be
go ahead, T.
They're not,
because-
they're not the same person.
they're not.
The Night King and the Night King, supposedly according to these theories, are not one.
The Night's King is the Night Watch King, no?
Yeah, the Night Watch number 13 King, basically.
Is the
back
guy
then,
who got
that's who
captured
they're
by the
referring-
children of
So
the
the
forest?
Night
Yes.
King right now is not that guy.
That's, I mean, we don't know, but that's they're speculating that it's not because there's
Wow.
a
You
know
Night
what's
King.
You know what's killer is the entire book shows like the downfall of the Night's Watch, and I think what if like the last two books are about like the come up of the Night's Watch? You
But
know,
the
like,
Night's Watch
like
don't
someone from the
matter,
Night's
though,
Watch
right
is
now.
badass all of a sudden, the way John was.
But they blew down the wall, so what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're through.
I don't know.
East
I'm just
Watch
saying.
is done.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
no.
wall lost its
But-
magic already, right?
But
Yeah.
but they are in
blew
charge.
down the wall.
That doesn't mean they're
But that means
defeated.
Benji could come back.
No, but they didn't. They blew down the wall.
The
at
East Watch.
At the East Watch.
No, where no Night's Watch is.
It's not in the middle of the wall.
But it's still,
There
but the
was.
magic is still
No,
on the
remember
wall,
when they
right?
blow
Yeah,
down?
yeah, yeah. They're
Thorman
coming
and all
from
those
that.
guys are running.
They're
Yeah.
coming from
No,
the
but
east
that's
side.
The
Yeah,
Lord
it's on the
Commander.
far side.
Is that farther?
Yeah, it's
That's
East
where
Watch by
Hardhome
the
was,
Bee.
right?
It's called East Watch by the Bee.
That's where Hardhome was.
No,
By the
Hardhome
Bee.
is wild.
Brada.
Sorry. No, that East Watch is at the coast
Yeah,
Right.
where the water is.
honestly.
No,
What about
Hardhome is.
White Walker?
Hardhome's middle,
Water.
Yeah.
middle
back.
way.
Where the ocean kissed the sky.
The ocean, the water, the Night Walkers
It's a John
can't
Dyke
go to the
Show,
water, guys.
reference.
If
They
it's
can't
not
go to the
frozen.
water.
If it's not frozen.
Yeah, they can't go water.
We're lost now.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't. Because why would it? When they were sailing away, why didn't they just chase them?
That's why Euron said, "I'm out of here," but it was just a fake.
You know what I mean?
Because
That's
you're
what that's
going
the
to
thing
get the
too.
Golden Company.
Because they knew it was deep.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like they can't swim.
Fast waste time.
The oxygen molecules at the bottom of the ocean.
Hey, science.
Let me get a moleculologist
The math.
Moleculologist.
to explain why the White Walkers can walk at the bottom of the ocean.
7 miles down, 7 miles.
But what's his
But
name?
I'm dead anyways.
I don't know.
I just.
So the wildlings, since they're settled north, most northern, they're gonna be the first to go.
All the wildlings are done by now.
I'm excited to see the different
It's
styles of
whoever's
fighting.
south. Yeah.
You're gonna see the horsemen of
Dothraki.
Dothraki. You're gonna
Unsullied.
see the Unsullied. You're gonna see the Westeros style, and because the preview showed the Golden Company, you're gonna see what the
Okay,
hell the Golden Company.
who's
does.
the Golden Company?
It's another mercenary, just like the Unsullied are a mercenary group. Cersei bought her mercenary group,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, slave.
Golden
I think
Company
they're-
is like
and so they're
Like, they're not
professional.
slaves.
They just
Yeah.
sell swords.
So
They
they're
sell
professional
swords.
killers, just
Yeah.
like the Unsullied, but they're probably not as crazy where they like got their dick cut off and everything like that.
Yeah, they
They're
don't
very
go that far.
extreme.
Yeah. But I guarantee,
Only Missandei.
I
knows.
guarantee they're bringing them into the
See,
picture
Grey Worm.
to like introduce something
Saw
new.
that gray
Give
worm.
me
Huh?
that Grey Worm,
Like
boy.
why would you bring them into the picture
That
if you're
gray
not going to
area.
introduce something new? You know,
yeah.
a different style of fighting. Like it's gonna be sick.
But really, though, I mean, like, just look at the way the White Walkers did it at Hardhome. There's no rhyme
There's
to
no
the
style.
reason.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just
Is
flood
dead
and
person.
let's roll.
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah,
threw
so-
themselves off of cliffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Until
fire.
Odie
Right.
rise up
Right,
and
right.
fucking charge again. I mean, I don't know. I
But-
think it's
But
just
not through the water.
Right.
That's gonna be the key, guys.
They're
Yeah.
gonna take it to the water. Blackwater Bay.
It could end up really boring and like just be surrounded in one water, cut them off, and they just be stuck there.
Push them
Forever.
into the water.
Yeah, look at when
Yeah,
these guys
that's
are
not
on a
gonna happen.
rock.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. They were just
Land
dumb.
until the hound chewed the rock.
I mean, don't you think that they're gonna learn from that? Like, who's gonna stop and think, like, hey, wait a minute, when we were stuck in
The water.
the north, up in the or past the wall, when the water didn't freeze, they just.
But you got to
stopped.
remember, they're not. I don't think they're almost like the clones in Star Wars. Like they don't actually like think for themselves.
I meant the people who were.
They're all controlled by the Night King.
I'm sorry, I meant Jon Snow and company that were stuck on at the little, not the island, but whatever, that little piece of land.
Yeah.
They're not gonna think like, oh wait, they can't cross water, so why don't we just try and figure that
Honestly,
out?
I
Like,
don't
instead of
even
a
think-
wall,
I don't
water.
even think the battle is gonna boil down to that. The battle is
Yeah.
gonna be the big story, the Night King, right, and the whites and whatever. It's
gonna
not
be-
really gonna be about all the
Not
pawns.
technical, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna be 60 minutes, guys.
Something gonna fuck with us.
Smokes.
It's gonna be the big dog.
It's gonna be
battling at the end,
unpredictable,
you know what I
bro.
mean?
Right.
Like,
Unpredictable.
But either way, I think we gotta give kudos or give super awesome badassness to the writers, the
oh,
producers.
for sure.
How this all intertwines
fucking-
into like to make somewhat sense. Like, how do you have like 30, 60, 80, 100 characters that just
All the way down.
fall in or
It's the
fall off,
greatest
and they're like,
story
Yeah.
ever
yeah,
told.
and it's just like
Special effects.
everything,
Wardrobe.
everything.
coordinating.
Wardrobe is sick, dude.
Yeah.
We watched the
Or
we
lack
watched
of
the behind the
wardrobe.
scenes of wardrobe. Holy.
Or lack thereof,
Jeez.
right?
Okay, you know what's the one weapon that didn't make it through any seasons? Was the whip. That was it.
Which one?
There's swords that make it through, spears make it through, arrows make it through.
I don't even remember whip one time.
No,
Yeah,
one of the
with the sand,
the sand
girls,
snakes.
right?
One of them had the whip.
That was their.
When you're
That was
on,
their.
Right.
Smash
And that was it.
Brothers. Yeah, that's
But
the
we're
only
never
time.
gonna see the whip again, right?
Yeah, I never seen it.
Yeah, it's ineffective.
I guess the White Walkers unless it's a dragon.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones made it super.
Dragon glass, dragon glass tit. Put just fucking put the shots all around. Gorilla glue the.
All right. I think we've reached the point to who's gonna live and who's gonna die.
Oh, ball prediction.
They're all gonna die.
What?
I don't know. Okay, let's start with the Starks.
King Johnson.
Jon Snow's going.
Oh, for sure.
He's not
Yes,
a Stark.
Arya.
Arya's done.
Arya's dead.
Sansa's gonna live and remain the Queen of the North and
Queen of the North.
yeah, Queen of the North, and
So they're not gonna unite the seven realms.
no, and
Seven Kingdoms.
Brienne's gonna be the Queen's Guard, first ever.
I don't think it's united the kingdoms, bro. I think it's just fucking survival of the kingdom.
Right.
So,
Right?
Yeah.
I
can
agree.
with you there.
But I mean, I don't think because at the end of this, right, if they all survive it and they all win it or whatever, it's pretty much they make up their own rules.
Or maybe
So whoever sits in the Iron Throne may not even want it.
Well, because even Dragonstone has its own throne, right?
Yeah, I mean they all have their own, right? But
Yeah.
I
What do you think?
Yeah, like they have their own like little places, and it used to be like that until the Targaryens came.
Right.
So maybe it could go back to that after the war. I don't know.
They
What
can
do you
have to
want to see
restart
happen?
everything.
Though?
I want Jon Snow and Daenerys on the damn throne. Okay.
As auntie and nephew.
hey, that's the Targaryen way.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yes,
true, though.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
there has to be some kind of fucking.
I just don't see Jon
Hey, it
Snow.
shows that I'm a
I just don't see
Targaryen.
Jon
Yeah,
Snow
for
living
sure.
because he already died. That's
Okay,
what
who
I-
else is there? Hound.
But you know what?
The Hound.
I'm gonna say it's not Sansa.
The Hound's gonna kill.
I'm gonna say that it's
Gregor.
Arya.
No,
Arya's gonna become the queen.
think so?
I'm because I'm
Her
just
and
saying
Genji.
because
Arya's a fighter, right?
Yeah.
I'm
She's a
saying
survivor.
It's
Yeah.
because
Well, so is Sansa,
Yeah,
but
that's-
in a different way.
who do you want to see there? You want to see fucking Sansa there.
Who are they gonna
To-
put there?
To me,
Right.
yeah. I mean, shit.
I
Who they
just,
gonna
I
make it
just
be?
think,
I think it's gonna be Arya.
as far as that's
a good- that's a good prediction.
I just think
Hmm?
that it's gonna be Sansa because she'll keep.
Oh, we got a
Brienne
good
on.
debate here.
She'll keep Brienne on as Queen's Guard. It'll be the very first Queen's Guard.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Sansa, but wouldn't be surprised if it's Arya too.
No, because she,
That's who I think that they're gonna spin it on. Right?
the other thing too is that Arya
Right.
is,
Oh, okay,
is
okay,
really
yeah,
a
yeah.
nomad.
Well,
She's
you-
a nomad style of person.
Right, and you guys are kind of onto something here. John bent the knee, but no one knows that John bent the knee.
Yeah.
So
He's-
technically,
The actual king.
she's the queen of the North right now, sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. There's so many. I just don't see like Arya. She's the type. Remember in was it season 1 where she even tells her dad, "I don't want to be a lady."
Right,
Remember that?
Yeah.
I
She
think
wants
it's
to do
anyone's
her own
guess.
thing.
Is what it is.
right. Well, it's bold predictions, right?
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
just
for
making
sure.
predictions.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the only reason why I don't see Arya sitting
What do you think, Nate?
to do.
What's going on?
The Starks. We're trying to see who's gonna live and die. Where?
I think some Starks have to live. That's why they made him go so down low. It's like a parabola, man. They're the baddest. They're all killed. They're gonna be the baddest again.
But do we feel that the whole George R. Martin bittersweet ending? Does that bittersweet ending for every single house?
It's tough.
Right. I mean that's the thing though, is because
He's
if you think about bittersweet ending,
he's the king of character
no,
development.
but if you think
honestly.
about bittersweet ending for the Starks, it has to be Sansa, because she's had the roughest.
Yeah,
of it
she's
all.
had the roughest, and she's developed that smart.
yeah, like Gerber said, the
And she's-
wolves are the example of the Starks.
And she's the only one that knows all sides style of
So that
fighting.
might make me think Sansa's probably not gonna live on because
Mhm.
Ooh.
her wolf is not alive.
But she said that that's the death of her innocence.
Death of her innocence. But like, look at
Yeah,
every.
and then the
But look
same
at
as
every
Bran.
other
The
character.
same as Bran too.
But look at every other
So
character.
Bran's-
It's hard.
Bran's obviously gonna live. Oh, White Walker whiskey.
Dang, how much was that?
It's supposed to be cool.
I saw that at 76. I was like, oh wow, limited edition.
No, White Walker whiskey. Right. Okay, so
Okay, bye.
Starks. Okay, now the Hound. Live or die?
He has to die. There
He
has
has
to
to
be
die?
good guys that die. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
How about Sir Gregor McLean?
oh, he's
Die.
definitely
Clegane.
he dies by the Hound.
To
Yeah.
die.
I gotta say, because he foreshadows that.
I'm gonna kill you, brother.
Right. You're as ugly as,
You already know who's been coming for you.
Yeah.
Nothing has
Who made you?
changed.
and now you're the uglier one.
Yeah.
He's already died. Oberian killed him.
Right.
He did.
Okay.
Die again.
Who else is there? Who holds the fire sword? Oh my goodness.
He has
Eric
to die.
Dondarrion.
Dondarrion's already been alive like he's
9
been
times. 6 times, right?
reviving.
He's gotta go.
Reviving.
There's gotta be an end for him, man.
Yeah, bro.
Alright.
It's already been 6
Gotta be
plus.
an end.
6 plus times he's been revived. Like, come on.
He died by the Hound.
He's like, no, let me go.
Twice, I think.
Let me die, please.
Twice by the
The
Hound. I
Hound
think.
like collarboned his ass.
Yeah. But before that, the Hound even tells the story of like when he killed him the last time. Like, dude, this is the second time. Fuck. Killed you twice.
Honestly, guys, I'm so excited.
Can't live again.
Like, I'm avidly avoiding any kind of potential spoiler or anything like that.
No one can spoil it, bro. Everyone's fucking
Yeah.
mouth is shut right now.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
but
and-
you can't find anything on the internet
None.
of that's gonna spoil anything.
It's way too many. Too
Yeah.
many theories.
Okay,
Just-
okay.
love
What's next now? Cersei
Dead.
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 Cersei dead.
I think she dies at the end because
Killed
she's
by
like,
who?
because she's the last real villain besides the Night King. Like, besides the Night King, she's the last real villain.
Right.
I think the Night King battle happens early and then like progresses south, like they're retreating south.
I don't think she's in that.
Ooh.
Prophecy? Have you
Oh yeah.
read the prophecy?
Those prophecies have been true.
They're gonna give it a Dorn. No, I think that was.
I think she's gonna probably die the
then-
most horrible death.
Or
A slow and painful one.
It's just gonna be up in the air. It's like, I don't know. I'm just thinking the most whack shit that could ever happen. 'Cause that's what fucking he did to us. So like, why did you do that to me?
This fucking
This is whack.
No.
kept me in the balance.
She doesn't die.
I don't know, but when we talk about Cersei, how do we not talk about Qyburn though?
They go together.
Think about that guy.
They go
Hand of the
down
queen.
together.
Right.
Just think about the importance of that guy.
Yeah. Right.
There's no mountain
Well, he's
without him.
right, and he's been super important to her rise to the throne.
Yeah.
which is why he's the hand.
And he's ever since the beginning of the book.
There's
like,
no scorpion
when they
without
first
him.
Right.
when they first mention him, they talk about him being an outcast. He's always been an outcast because he was dibbling and dabbling in like death arts.
Oh, he has no
Yep.
chains.
No.
He has no chains. It's
Because he's been
always
spending too
changed
much
away.
time in the death arts. And look what he did. He made some guy come back to life as a zombie.
Right.
Yep. So, but here's the thing, though. So I've been watching a bunch
He's
of
a
theories,
Viking.
right? Again, and how's about if he's backstabbing Cersei all along? Because you remember when he gave the kiss of death to Cersei, to the Sand Snake's daughter.
Right.
How about if that wasn't? It just made it feel like
Oh, it was
right?
the it was
you
the
don't know.
long.
And we don't know, right? Because you've never seen them since that scene. How do you know if they're dead? How do
Yeah.
you know if he's back?
That's one thing you
he's
pointed out that's
fearful of
brilliant.
because he's fearful of what Cersei is capable of.
The
Yeah.
brilliantness is the Sand Snakes just disappeared. Like the show just like didn't really put an end to all
They
of them.
showed the kiss of death, right?
Right.
And Qyburn gave.
And
her
he
that.
said it can last days, weeks, or years.
Mhm.
Cavern's
So
too
Cersei
much.
can be
That's why
dying.
he's super. No. That's why the Sand Snakes might not be dead
Uh-huh.
because of
Well,
the
just the daughter.
Yeah, because of the
the
Sand Snakes
daughter.
are gone. Dorne's gone.
No, I really think every kingdom has to be involved in this season. From the how they kind of don't talk about the South kingdoms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they have to be involved in the
Yeah,
season.
they're like
No,
the
yeah.
most-
Even they were even saying the Tullys, like
yeah.
Catelyn Stark's
Oh,
younger
yeah,
brother, might be involved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then even
Yeah,
I hate that freaking weak ass sucker, dude.
Well, he hasn't been brought up since the Red Wedding, so
No,
we don't
he
know.
was. No, he was. Remember when the siege?
prisoner.
The siege, right?
Yeah.
yeah, at Blackwater, right?
Yeah,
At Blackwater.
Blackwater,
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, he ain't gonna do his shit to us.
That guy's weak. He should just die. Fuck.
Yeah.
They traded
Fuck
him.
it, dog.
Like,
You know what I mean?
We're all like, yeah, just cut his neck. Fuck it.
Nah, just let the
Like,
fucking
take
White
him back.
Walkers take over. Goddamn fucking.
But he's the last of the Tully house. Like, who else
cares?
is there?
No, it's
all the Starks are telling.
no, the son, the younger son. I mean, the one that was sucking the boob in the
No,
beginning.
That's Aaron.
That's Robin
Oh,
Aaron.
He's Aaron.
Oh, dude.
Every Stark kid
Speaking
is a
of
Tully.
Robin Aaron,
Yeah.
you know that there's a theory out that he's actually Littlefinger's
Son.
son.
Oh, the off the wall son.
Mm-hmm. That's why he has so much of a deep connection with Littlefinger, and why he's so easily manipulated by him.
I really think so many things are gonna be uncovered.
Convinced them to send the Knights of the Veil, right?
No, it's just he just controlled the veil. You know what I mean? I remember how in love, what's her name was with the,
With Littlefinger, yeah.
when she pushed her down the moon door, like
Lysa.
Lysa, like you know.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right, who we got left? Cersei, Qyburn,
Jamie
Jaime Lannister, dead or alive?
Alive.
alive.
Why?
He fights.
One hand.
But
He
that's
couldn't
what the
e-
author does.
He couldn't even beat
But
a
that's what the
Brienne.
author does. Guys, I'm telling you, the author with character development takes them from what they were to what they're not gonna be back to what they were. I'm telling you.
Jamie's gonna kill
He-
Cersei.
Yes, and that's what the witch predicted.
Unfortunately,
That's what
What's
the
it
witch.
called?
What was
it
the
called?
prediction?
What's it called?
That she was gonna die.
No, but what is it called? What is it called?
I don't know the exact words, but it's good. Pretty much, your twin's gonna kill you.
Not your twin, but like a younger brother.
No.
Like-
The Valonqar prophecy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Valonqar. The
And she
Valonqar.
and she
Come on,
thinks it's
Come
she
on,
thinks it's
rookies.
Tyrion, right?
Yeah.
Come
But she
on,
doesn't
rookies.
think that Jamie will do such a thing because he loves her
That's
so
Maggie
much.
the Frog.
But Jamie has nothing anymore in this world. Just like
Honestly,
Cersei
though,
does.
he's
Just
trying to,
honor.
he's trying to figure out what he has.
Right.
Trying to figure
But
it out.
will he
I
ever
think
figure
he's
that
better
out?
off of Brienne.
Okay, so
Cersei's out of her mind already.
So
Yeah,
you know?
bro.
So
that cuts
Like,
Brienne out.
half
We
the
don't. No
room.
one
She
thinks
loves
Brienne of
him,
Tarth
though.
is gonna die.
Aw.
No.
Nah,
Not the
Nah,
Duncan.
She's too badass.
Not Tim Duncan.
Tormund. Tormund. I think Tormund's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna reach his.
He almost died last season.
Because he's
Yeah,
a
he did.
jammer, though. Because he's a jammer.
Right.
I really
He's
think.
gonna save somebody. He's
I
gonna do
really think-
an act of heroism.
I really think
maybe
Bray-
to save
I
somebody.
honestly thought he was dying at the Battle of Bastards when he got stabbed.
The directors
Oh,
thought.
yeah.
The
Against,
directors.
Karstark, right?
The directors thought that he was gonna die. They knew he wasn't gonna die,
but they did such a good job that they thought he was gonna die when they rewatched
I
it.
thought he was in die. I'm like, holy shit, this motherfucker.
So good of a job.
I totally
Oh my
forgot what
God.
we shot.
Dude.
I totally forgot that I was the one that wrote this.
I'm
Did he
convinced.
die or
I'm
not?
convinced.
That's how good a job they did.
Did he die?
Yeah. Is this the real world?
I'm so in the moment. Armando.
Okay, who's left? Who's left? Who's left? Let's close this out.
I don't even know.
Daenerys.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Wait, that's gotta wait for the end.
Okay. Missandei.
No,
the Grey
wait,
Worm.
No, how about the
Grey Worm's dead.
Grey
He's the
Worm-
Marines. He's at the front line.
How about the Greyjoys?
The Greyjoys. Theon's
Oh.
dead.
Think so?
Yeah.
No.
But
No.
but before
No,
he
the
dies-
Greyjoys have to have a meaningful.
But before he
Yara.
dies,
Yara's
what
gonna
happens
survive.
between Yara, Theon,
Yara's-
and
has to be
Euron?
meaningful. Has to be meaningful. Why else would they drag it out to season 8?
So what happens?
Dude, it's gotta be. He's gotta die.
Does Theon go? Save...
Why would they make Theon go from
Yara-
season 1 to season 8 and not have a fucking
Well,
meaningful
where's Yara
reason?
at?
To
Let's
protect
ask that
Yara.
question. Where's Yara at right now?
She's captive right now.
She's
Where?
captive in
Where?
King's Landing.
in King's Landing.
He's
right.
gonna save
Sure?
Yara.
You
Uncle's
sure,
boats.
You sure they didn't take her on the boat?
He's gonna see.
He's
gonna
probably in
save
Uncle's
Yara.
boat, right? Like that's Uncle's
That's what I'm
prize.
saying. No, but she said. In King's
But he brought
Landing.
her in chains. By the neck, on the
but
horse.
remember,
Yara
that was
in the
the
air.
gift to Cersei when he said, "I'll bring you back something," to prove his worth to her,
Okay.
right? But after that, when he says, remember after that meeting at the dragon pit, and he's like, "Do they swim or not? Where is she? Is he still her captive, or is he in the dark dungeon? Where is she? No one knows."
So she
Because how about if-
escapes.
Yeah, because but see the thing that makes me think that she's with Theon or with Euron is that Theon's going to chase them.
Yeah.
Why else would he chase them?
Yeah, he's trying to
If
stop.
she's
he's
not
trying to
with
stop
them.
Euron, yeah.
Because his main goal is to save her, and if she's at King's Landing, he's going the wrong way. I don't know.
I really think the Greyjoy.
That's a tough
I really
one.
think the Greyjoy equation really like stirs the pot.
They solve their own issue.
No, but I really think there's no reason that the author, the directors are keeping them in it for no reason. Like
Or
there
it could-
has to be a reason.
Or they could just be throwing us off to think that there's a reason.
True that, right? No, because remember, Euron's main goal at this moment
Was
in
to
time
become-
is
Yeah.
to be the king
The
to
king,
Cersei.
right.
Guys,
Right.
they've kept
Right?
the Greyjoys in it since season 1.
But Cersei's not gonna be there. Can't be.
Since season 1. Why would you keep one family from season 1 to season 9, whatever the hell it is?
No, well, they're very important in this way, though. They're the ones with the ships.
I know.
Remember, the Dothraki never crossed the sea without that. And it took Yara to go there to do it.
Neither did the White Walkers cross the ocean, guys. That's another far-fetched
They are
theory
water.
out there.
No,
Like,
the
who
dragon-
knows how that's gonna work.
The
out?
dragon.
Water is
it
everything.
already showed them cross the wall. So that's already.
No, but they're in Westeros.
But they're
That's
not
a
in
moot
water.
point. That's a moot
the
point.
haven't crossed
Dothraki,
one.
Right?
no,
Moot
the
point.
Dothraki crossed from Essos to Westeros.
Right.
Well, what about water on the White Walkers? Have they
No,
ever
they
crossed?
were already in Westeros.
The
No, but-
White Walkers have never crossed water
never
on
been brought
film, right?
But they're gonna end up in Winterfell, and you can get to King's Landing from Winterfell on
but
foot.
but the continent
That's the
that
fucked
they're
up part.
on is they're already in Westeros. It's
There is
the
a
northern-
close spot where they meet.
But the Dothraki go from Essos to Westeros. That's the sea that they don't want to
The Black Sea or
Narrow sea.
Narrow Sea. Narrow Sea.
Love it, guys.
So I don't know. That's why I think I don't know. I mean, the Greyjoys are gonna resolve their own. It has to be between them.
I think
There's
that's-
no
Just
one
come
else.
closer to the.
I think they're sneaky. I
You-
think they're sneakily involved.
In what?
Why else would the author and directors make them end up in the last season?
To be the
They're
s-
sneakily
to
involved.
who's gonna sit in the Greyjoy throne?
Right.
Sneakily involved.
I don't think that they're not part of the big picture.
So both Yara and Theon are gonna survive. That's
No.
what you guys
Like,
think.
why would they?
One or the other.
One or the other.
One or-
I
Yeah,
think
one or the
Theon's
other.
gonna go down.
Why?
Yara's gonna survive.
Why though? Why would they make
Theon is gonna
and
kill
Yara?
Euron while dying. Or, the epic.
Right,
fucking
right.
blah.
It's gonna go.
Double.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go back to the ship thing, and he's gonna
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, little Theon," and then fucking about to cut Yara's
Or no,
throat.
Theon's gonna ram his ship into his ship, and they're gonna kill each other, and Yara's gonna be.
Theon's
the
a
last one.
badass now.
I think he's gonna die early on. I think Euron's gonna die there.
He's still a bitch.
I think that's gonna happen after the Great War.
Theon is no longer a fucking. He just beat up some guy to death. John told him to stop being a bitch. He's gonna do some shit. I'm telling you.
So just because John said he has to do it,
No, I'm telling you. Like, why would the directors make it happen at the end of the season and then he beats up some guy at the end of the
yeah,
season?
no, it's to fulfill.
He's going to
it's
have
to fulfill
some
the
kind of-
Greyjoy.
Character development
I'm
bar.
telling you.
Character
He's going
development.
to have some kind of some full circle type shit in
Hey,
there.
there you
Yeah,
go.
full circle,
Tony's
and
looking
as
at the.
far- no, but
Tony's
it's the
looking at
same.
the map right now.
Matt, hey, TiVo, bring. I almost said Matt. Just turn on the TV so we can see the map.
No, but I think that it's to
Please.
to make them all right, like to put that Greyjoy story to close. Who sits in the Greyjoy? You know what I'm saying? Like even Sansa being the queen and not uniting. I think it's all gonna be united. But she's gonna sit here. You're gonna sit there. You're gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like every house. The only houses that are gone is what? Is Marjorie's.
Yeah.
Tyrell.
Right, Tyrell's gone.
The South.
Sorry. No, Dorne isn't gone. Yeah, we didn't see it.
Dang, we got some.
Yeah, because Elliot's still alive. Yeah, Elliot Sand.
Yeah, Elia Sand's
Yeah.
still alive, but
Yeah,
then
look at
see
the
the
wall.
whole Qyburn
Yeah.
betraying or whatever. Winterfell, Lana, where's the snow, man?
The tree line. The tree line's heavy.
There's Winterfell. Okay, so why are we looking at the map?
So that White Harbor is where Daenerys and Jon Snow are gonna ride into.
That's how they arrive, yeah.
Yeah,
To get into,
to Winterfell.
To get back to Winterfell.
and they take the river.
Why they take the chariot, bro?
Hey, Moat Kalen.
Hey,
that,
bro, they got multiple options.
Is Moat
Available.
Kalen where That's
Oh,
where
House
the,
Frey is gone too. I just remember.
Where?
House Frey?
Oh yeah.
They're gone too.
Oh yeah, that family's done.
Moat Kalen is.
But dude, wasn't that so
where-
awesome though? The way that it got ended, right? Like Arya,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah. He was a bit hard to carve up.
Yeah. No, but that neck though, that neck is
Oh,
super
yeah.
important.
Oh, which one?
That
Right
neck-
there?
Yeah, because
Oh, it's
like
in.
in order to move up, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can hold that, you're not.
So they
getting
needed to
the-
cross the twins to get over into.
Yeah, that's the phrase, right?
Right.
The
The twins is
twins.
the phrase. Right. So now that's the north.
That's the narrowest part right here.
Yeah.
See, this is the water that I'm talking
So that's why they
Moat Kalen
need.
is
That's
the
why they need that.
Boltons, right? Moat Kalen is the Boltons.
Look at this. It
Caitlyn?
goes right.
Moat Kalen.
Look, it's gonna come down here.
Up from the
Go
twins,
up.
Moat Kalen. That's the Boltons.
Actually, I don't even know this map. I only know some of this map.
Right here. This water's gonna play a big role right here. These three
River 1 is the Tullys.
this is where it's gonna be, guys. Right
Yeah,
here.
River Run.
No, yeah, they were saying River Run is like where all the battles happen.
Where's River Run?
That's where Robert smashed Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It's gonna come back.
Where's
full
River Run?
circle.
It's
Right
there.
River Run
Right
is
there.
where I'm circling.
The whole thing, right
Oh,
there.
okay,
whole
okay.
The
area.
whole.
Where the three rivers run into one.
Okay.
That's why it's called River Run.
Hence the name.
Yeah. Well, they should have thrown in Tri River Run.
I know the China section.
The Tri Rivers.
River Run is.
Why can't they just? do
There's
that?
River Run. There's River
Oh,
Run.
right
So it runs all the way through.
It's not the three rivers running into the.
The Three Little Rivers.
It's the two rivers.
Well, if I
The
circle big enough.
Three Little Rivers.
Evil man, you gotta make your circles bigger.
Okay, King's Landing right at the bottom. Who's south? Who's south of King's Landing?
Dude,
Dorne.
Reach Kingswood.
dude, but that's the. Wait, can Tivo? Can you go left?
Yeah.
Clegane Hall. Like that's epic. In terms of the Lannisters.
Oh wow.
Because now we see why
They're
Right?
right?
they're the fucking guardians, bro. Because You know what I'm saying? The mountain, the
Oh,
mound,
right
right outside of Casterly Rock. That's why they're so loyal to them.
I see.
So
I
like
see.
how the Northern are right, blah blah blah. That's their squad. That's their Umbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, dude, that's epic. That's pretty epic, right? In terms of
So we can automatically assume all these houses around Casterly Rock are devoted to the Lannisters.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But the only one that matters is the
It's the one to
Clegane.
get fooked.
The only one.
Fuck.
The only one that matters is the Cleglanes at this point.
Right.
That mountain is fucking.
Keep going south.
High garden.
High Garden.
Trekking along.
That's gone.
This comes from the website quartermaster.info. It's basically if you're just listening, it's an entire map of the continent, multiple continents.
Dude, that's why he's a fucking fan.
The Tower of Joy.
It's because of the Tower of Joy. dog.
Wait, say that again.
This
This
What
is
were you-
Westeros.
No, that's why Jon Snow shouldn't be Jon Snow. It should be Jon Sand.
Yeah, because he was born in Dorne.
Yeah.
Oh.
He shouldn't be Jon Snow. He was only Snow because he went up north with Ned.
When-
And
yeah.
and Ned said he's a bastard.
Yeah,
Just to protect him.
yeah. But he's actually Jon Sand, right?
They're
Old
sandstone.
But he's not Jon.
But he's not Jon
Where's
Sand
the
or
Bubble
Jon
Island?
Snow. He's
Yeah.
Aegon Targaryen.
Right.
True that. True that.
And Westeros is the continent. So where's
Yes,
Essos? Where's
Essos
Essos?
is to
Essos
the
is to-
Ah,
it's a
here we
completely
go.
different
Holy
continent.
shit.
See, so look at it.
So Ethos is east.
No,
Look
but
how
look
big
at
that
the
shit
Dothraki.
is.
See it? Look at the Dothrakis.
You're making me dizzy.
It's over here. It's over here.
No,
No, it's
No, it's right
there.
here.
right there.
Right
Dothraki.
there.
It's China part. It's Russia. It's Russia. It's Russia. Part
If you guys look closely,
When it
Russia
comes-
doesn't
if you look
exist.
closely, this is England.
Yeah.
And that's
Scotland
Russia.
And stuff.
And this is
Ireland
this
up there.
is Asia.
That's
Europe.
Russia.
Asia. And then this is
Yeah.
Africa. If you're,
That's
like,
Russia.
The
Russia-
Red Waste.
Russia doesn't
India,
exist.
even
Yeah,
though-
Yeah.
Sorry, this is Africa, and then this is India.
India is
No,
India
it's
is
not
Mars.
India. Oh my god.
Pretty much how that.
The Mediterranean is super
No, they see
big.
the Dothrakis from Russia.
Yeah, well, whatever.
They're called Mongolians.
From Mulan, eh? Mulan.
Milan.
Where are these piece of islands right here? Some are islands.
That's Guam. That's Guam. So,
Okay, who we got left? Let's start dwindling down. Who we got left? Dead or alive?
Varys.
Varys. Dead.
dead.
Varys dead.
Easy.
Easy.
Tyrion.
You look at the trailer. He looked like
Tyrion's gonna be the king.
Tyrion's the king.
Tyrion's the king.
Tyrion's not dying.
Tyrion's not
gonna
dying.
be the king.
There's no reason he lived this long.
How does he
Yeah.
get to the throne?
He's the only one that's close to all.
To everybody.
So Daenerys and Cersei.
I really
And
think-
he's the only one
But
that can
Cersei
backstab
hates
both.
him.
And
I-
he's a fucking Targaryen.
Guys,
Son.
mark my shit.
Of-
John
son of the
and
Mad
Danny.
King.
John and Danny die.
Son
Hey,
of the Mad King.
here. I got a
Ooh.
bottle
Ouch.
of single barrel saying Tyrion.
That makes
is
my
the-
hemorrhoid pop out, bro. You
Tyrion sits on the Iron
guys are
Throne.
laughing at my hemorrhoid?
Bottle of single barrel here on Master
I feel
I'm
on that
in.
one.
Fucking guys.
That's a lot of bottles of
Just
single
one,
malt.
just one,
Just one.
Nah.
Guys,
I
I'm
cannot
telling
afford
you,
much more.
John and Danny
Don't
die.
have a hemorrhoid.
What?
What? I heard something come from over here and over here.
Just kidding.
Did I hear John and Daddy have a hemorrhoid? That's what I thought I
I
heard.
said I don't have a hemorrhoid. But then I just said just kidding.
But John and Danny do.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Okay, so
So they
Tyrion.
take
Tyrion sits on the throne.
Tyrion sits on the throne.
I got a
I think-
bottle of
I
single
think
barrel.
Gendry Sansa, dog.
Who wants to make a bet here? Who wants to?
I just said single barrel bottle.
Well, who wants to wager, Bran, here on the podcast?
Oh.
My shit is Gendry Sansa.
Is what on the throne?
Just the end.
Single barrel bottle?
Just
How much is that?
Come on. Come on.
How much is a single
Have
barrel
some.
then?
Dude, hey, Come
Gendry
on.
Sansa, or else
That's
A-
bold.
we're
A
going to
bottle?
drink it together anyway,
yeah.
gosh.
Nate, that's one of the boldest
Gendry Sansa or else a bottle.
This one the bad.
I can't agree.
We're gonna drink it together
Alright,
anyway.
alright,
Don't
so-
act like we're gonna be like,
Okay,
oh my
so
god, I'm
so the
losing a lot.
wager between Nate and Brandon is
Gendry Sansa?
Tyrion.
Tyrion what? Who's his bride?
Doesn't
Sansa.
have a bride.
Tyrion
Has to be
Sansa?
Sansa.
Man, I'm gonna go with the
Because you
I'm gonna
remember,
go with
Queen of the
remember-
North. Oh, you said Queen of the North.
No, but if Tyrion sits, it has to be her because they're already married. In front of the
They're already married.
seven. Remember that? They just never
And they didn't-
consummated the marriage.
And
Hey.
they didn't get it annulled.
Hey,
Right.
Yeah.
fuck you guys.
They gotta go through legal. They still gotta
This
go
is
through
why
legal.
it's called the game of.
They gotta submit the marriage certificate.
Wow.
Like health.
And I'm gonna. I'm gonna
that-
go with the most obvious.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say that it's Jon Snow and Danny.
Obvious.
But that's
But-
Jerry's
but-
point.
Oh,
but-
don't laugh at it, Jerry.
Hey, but Vin, you
Targaryen alliance.
Vin, you gotta wage something though. You gotta wage something.
What are we waging?
Anything.
I would wager against you guys, but that's
No,
2-on-1.
If it's not,
I'm gonna wage my.
you have to.
two single malt whiskeys.
Bro, I'm gonna fucking get another White Walker.
Yeah. You're the best.
There we
for
go.
it.
Get them. Get
I
'em.
already know you're
We
the
love
best.
you for that.
That's
You're the
my
best.
third one.
You're the best.
It sounds like you're right on track.
To the boys and to the girls.
For the boys.
For the boys and for the girls.
Okay, who we got left? Do pretty much everybody?
The Hound.
Jorah.
The Hound. Oh, Jorah.
Jorah Mormont.
Jorah.
He almost died in season 7. He almost
How
fell
about-
off the dragon.
How about the little bear? Is neat.
Oh, Liana.
She stinks.
Liana.
She's a
Liana bear.
Oh, Lyanna Mormont.
Gotta
Little
be
bear.
alive.
Little bear. Little
Who
bear.
else is gonna
Oh,
run?
wait. Since we're in the topic, I watched this theory about the Mormont.
She's gonna be fierce.
Check this out, though. It's pretty
Okay.
crazy.
Sure.
So the women of the Mormonts, right, Bear Island, have been known to be invaded by White Walker, or not White Walkers, wildlings,
Mm.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So there's a theory of what's her name, Lyanna Mormont.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Little Lyanna Mormont being the daughter of
Tormund.
Torment.
Norman Giants Bane.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
you gotta watch it, dude.
gosh.
I'll send you. I'll text you guys the link. I'm telling you, it fucking blew my mind when I heard it. I'm like, what? That's fun. No way. But makes sense because in the books, right, the way they explain it, that they have temper, right, just like she does, and da da da. But Thormund loved that about them, and da da da. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's a pretty good theory.
Thurman might be
Supporting
that
documentation.
That's crazy though, right?
Yeah, that is. That is.
Because the Northerners fucking hate wildlings.
Right.
You know
And
what?
that might be your dad, girl.
Right.
Man, according to all our fucking theories, it's like every episode is gonna have fucking like 5 left and right. Like, oh,
For sure.
oh.
Right.
But isn't that why we love it so
Yeah.
much?
Yeah, I
right?
think
Like,
so. I
that's
think
why.
so.
It's gonna be like one. out of
Just the
all our
fact
5.
that this series or this
Shit, I knew it.
this series is like culminating
Yeah.
to who's gonna die and who's gonna be left standing
Yeah,
at the end of all
for
this
sure.
is an awesome way to like
dude,
sort of
we don't
end
even
it.
we as a group don't even know it all, but we love it that much that they're like, oh, it's gonna be that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the baddest ever.
I'm hang my
Baddest ever.
Guys,
hang my
Killer.
earphones.
no matter what,
Killer.
stop trying to figure out what's gonna happen.
I know. I think that's what we
And
need to see.
enjoy what's gonna happen.
Yeah, stop watching the trailers, guys.
for
No,
sure.
we're trying to
For sure.
figure out who's gonna die. Okay.
Stop.
It is.
No,
this is
but
what I
isn't
got.
that what makes it fun, though?
Yeah.
No,
Of course,
that's
of
not
course.
Christmas. Christmas is
Opening
like
presents.
fuck it. Like, dude, we're not in control.
You know what, guys? This is what I'm gonna read off my phone.
Get home now.
Wait. I'm gonna read off my phone. Wait, I'm reading it off my phone, huh?
He's not reading anything off his phone. I can see his phone.
Winter's coming.
It's already here.
Winter's here.
Winter is here. And it starts Monday, and this episode will
Hey,
drop tomorrow.
let's take one shot before we.
Okay, we
Get
can.
off here.
We can. We beat the dead horse.
I know.
And we talked everything we can about this last season,
Man.
which is going to be epic, and it's going to be a sad ending. I think it's going to be sadder. More
Yeah.
people are going to be sad about this series ending than the Harry Potter movies.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, but you know what though?
Yeah.
In true tomorrow, right?
Hear ye.
I'm gonna make corn soup for the first episode and for the last episode.
All right, corn soup.
And we're all gonna be together for it.
Woo!
Hey, how's about this? Let's go try freaking renting the Guam Museum Theater. to watch it,
shit.
right?
That would be good.
Why not?
We can make it a master random episode.
For sure.
We'll do a closing
Dude,
Hey.
season.
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's figure it out.
Live show.
Love you
Showing
guys.
Guam
free show,
Museum,
live
baby.
show.
Guam Museum, if you're listening, we're requesting. Right?
All right.
It'll be awesome.
Everybody's leaving the microphone. So
Yeah.
this is a good place to end. Thank you guys. Dude, this was fun.
Hell yeah.
I knew it would be fun. I knew it would be thought provoking about this new season, even though it's 6 weeks long.
hmm
I think it's going to be the most enjoyable 6 weeks that we've all ever had in our lives.
Hey, but can I request from Master Random that after it's all said and done, after the last episode, we do closing and know that we were all wrong in all of our theories
Yeah,
and be like,
You guys are
what the
stupid."
fuck were we thinking?
Yeah.
yeah, and
exactly.
we'll replay the wager.
Hell yeah. Oh,
No, we already have a wager going.
yeah. I'm just going to buy a bottle of single bar anyway.
I don't even remember my
Okay, we'll just drink it.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening out there, enjoy these next 6 weeks of the Game of Thrones.
I love it.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to another episode of the podcast with the homies. Jerry, thank you for joining us.
I know.
That was a very surprising move there. You guys pulled a switcheroo on us. Got Jerry, Brandon, Vinny, and Nate and T-Ville on the podcast, sharing our thoughts and our theories, both made up and found off the internet, on who we think was going to die. So what do you think? Until next time, Master Random. Peace out. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. That was extremely fun. One of the best episodes I've done in a while. Just to have all the friends here, sharing thoughts on something that we're all fans of and have been fans of over the last 10 years. I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Mortuary. They're big enough to serve, yet small enough to care. Go visit them for more information. And that's on South Route 4, Sedona, or call them at 477-1311. To stroll Guam, use the code word random19 and get $10 off your first ride. Support us on Patreon. It's a good way for you to be involved with the podcast and sort of, you know how Patreon does it. And finally, don't forget to leave a rating and review on the Apple Podcast app because that helps super much. Thank you very much, and always thank you for being the baddest.